should I accept his proposal and have a private wedding with him without my parents, or should I wait for someone else? I'm scared. What if he's destined to be my husband? So that's like the first issue. And basically, she wants to be anonymous and all. If you can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. So basically, she needs advice and all. So what do you think about this, bro? What I just read. What do you think about it?
Oh, I really.
Can you see
Okay,
it on your
so
own screen?
yeah, I can see
You
it.
can read it very well, right?
First of all, uh, I just feel that uh, I don't know, maybe the parents gave genuine reasons to why she's not supposed to marry the guy based on
It's because the guy is not from it's because the guy is not from her state, which is Anambra state. The guy is from Imo. That's the only reason. And basically, they are
it's
saying
not
that she's supposed to marry from the state.
uh,
Is that a genuine reason to say your child will not get
the
married?
reason is not even genuine. It's not even genuine enough. Because you cannot say because you guys are basically Igbo now. So how would you say that because the guy is from Imo and it's just like, for example, now there is this stereotype on Anambra guys
Yeah.
that saying that you know an Anambra and all that. But coming from an come from someone that's from Imo, I really don't see anything wrong. I don't know, maybe the
Oh,
parents
you're from
must
Imo
have
State, right?
had experiences with.
Bro, you're from
No, I'm
Imo
from
State.
Anambra State. No,
You're
no,
from
no,
Anambra.
no.
Okay.
What? No, I'm from Anambra
Pick a struggle.
State.
Where are you
So
from?
me,
Yes, where are you from? What state are you from?
I'm from I'm from
You're from
Anambra State, live
Okay.
and direct.
Okay. Being from Anambra State, can you get married to another person that is not from Anambra State? Probably a lady that's from Imo State or Enugu or Ebonyi. All this.
To start with, the world is already evolving, and I cannot get myself stick to the 90s. That I start looking at backgrounds
Are you the first
or
son?
origin or something.
Are you the first son?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I
Are you the
am.
first son?
I'm the first one. Yeah,
What
I
if your
am. I'm the
parents
first one.
say no, you can't get married to her because she's not from this particular state? How are you going to handle it? Are you going to go against your
Ah,
parents and be like, okay, I'm not talking to my parents anymore. It's you I want. It's you I love. I'm going to get married to you privately.
for instance, that if my parents cannot give me genuine reasons, you understand?
She's not from your state. That's not
If
their
there are reasons,
genuine reason, please.
listen now, because you know something. There are some reasons that are personal, and I cannot agree to personal reasons because you cannot say because of your reasons are personal to you, it's not personal to me. You understand? If your reasons are not genuine, if you feel that because of what has happened to you, you know,
Mm.
our lives are different. You cannot use what has happened to you to me. So if your reasons are personal, I would not even agree. That's like it. So it depends
So you are
on the
going to have a
particular
private
reason, or maybe
wedding with her. Please, you can share your
they
thoughts
will
on the
have to accept
comment.
it because I'm their only son. No, they cannot bring another son again. I'm their only son, so they have no choice. That's just it. So I probably just prove to them that this person is a very nice. I might just prove to them and have them change their mind. That's what I feel. I feel that maybe she should just have them change their mind about this particular person and let them know that okay, this person you're getting married to is not just about where he's from, but it's about how he has made me feel and the things that he has done in my life that's made
All right.
me
Um,
good about myself.
so Gabriel, it's good to have you back. Gabriel was our winner for last week. While we jump into the conversation, a couple of things you guys should keep at the back of mind. There's a giveaway today, 5K cash and 20 gig data for grabs for the most engaging person. All right. So my name is Adi Folami Agumbiadu. Along with me today, I have the very,
Osato.
very
Everybody
brainy
knows
and
my name.
beautiful Osato Eboho.
Ewo.
Okay, and we're having this particular session because people sent in emails. Okay, so usually we've run this show. If this is the very, very first time you're joining the show, if this is the first time you're joining the show, the Darkpore Show is a show that helps young people start things, start new careers, new relationships, and figure out the way the world works. It's a very, very practical show. And we've run this show, the physical version, for up to about 2 years. And so over the course of the time in which we run the show, people send in their emails. All right. So we have emails. These are not fabricated stories. These are true life stories of people who find themselves in a conundrum. Okay. And so it's not theoretical. There is somebody watching this particular live stream right now that is listening to the counsel that you will give. Okay. And I think we probably should highlight a couple of things in the last conversation. This person is saying that she's the very, very first daughter of the family and that she's been dating the guy she was in school. She just concluded her NYSC. And upon concluding the NYSC, she found out that what did she find? Let's spotlight the.
Her parents are not going to agree. He wants to marry her, basically, now.
Okay, want to spotlight the article. So she's saying that she's the first daughter of the family and she has this guy she has been dating since she was in school. She just rounded off her NYSC. For those of you who are watching and you're not watching from Nigeria, NYSC is the National Youth Service Corps. It's a 1 year mandatory paramilitary training service that people who graduate university below the age of 30 have to be a part of. And so she's been dating this guy she has been dating her boyfriend since she has been in school. And then her parents are telling her that she cannot marry him because he's from Imo State and she's from Anambra State. And because first daughters in Anambra State are the Ada and they are meant to marry a man close to the paternal side. She says she loves her man so much and she can't say no to him. So the question is this. This is the question. All right. Because I want to draw your attention for everybody who's going to join this live stream and you want to comment and counsel Ada. This is the question. Should she accept his proposal for marriage and have a private wedding with him without her parents? Or should she wait for someone else? Okay. And she wraps it up by saying that she's scared. What if he's destined to be her husband? Gabriel, we've heard your opinion. I'm going to bring someone else into the conversation. If you are open and you want to talk, please just type in the comments so that we can highlight you. All right. So I'm going to bring. I think we have Rachel, we have
Michael,
Michael, we have
Miracle.
Miracle. Okay, so I'm going to bring Rachel in. Okay, because I think this is so Rachel. Hello, Rachel. I want to give this person practical advice. All right. So okay, so we can't hear from Rachel. Miracle, you're up. Miracle, please position the camera properly so we can see your full face. Position your okay. We can't see your full face. Let's just take. Okay, so Miracle, yes, you're up. What's your thoughts? What's your counsel
I
to
do
us?
very well now.
Yes, we can. We can see you very well.
I believe for this story, it's her decision,
It's not a story. This is not
and
a story.
doing
Miracle, this is not a story. This
it.
is a real life. It's a real life
Okay,
situation. The person who wrote this is watching the live stream right now. So it's not a story. Yes.
okay, okay. Pardon my. So the thing is, it's her decision. The thing is, our parent has no right to choose her partner for her because at the end of the day, she would still be the one to bear the consequences of either not having to find another husband or you know,
Rachel, can you position the?
she
We
might
can't
just
see
get
your
old.
face. Rachel, we cannot see your full face. Miracle, rather.
Okay,
Can
let
you
me.
just no position the camera
Let
properly
me
You can
because
see only your
we can
eyes.
see only your eyes.
Can you see it now?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
so just
better now.
maintain this particular position. All right.
Okay. So as I was saying, the thing is, she still has the decision for herself. Nobody has to make any decision for her. Yeah, because at the end of the day, she'll be the one to bear the consequences of either not getting married or not being able to find the right partner. So the thing is, I don't think she should run away from the house. The thing, if her parents actually love her, then they should be able to accept that decision of getting married to the person she wants, irrespective of the state the person is from. So I believe she has the ability to talk to her parents by herself. She alone has the capability to convince her parents that this is the right person for her and everything will be settled by them. everything still lies on her. The decision making and everything still falls on her because she, at the end of the day, she'll be the one to bear the consequences. That's it.
That's why she's asking for help. Like she needs practical answers. She needs answers that she can okay. She she has already thought of it. That's why she came to us like for opinions and all these things now.
Okay, the best thing is to go for the guy.
Okay,
That's the
so
best thing.
that's
Go for the
your,
guy.
so basically your own opinion. What you're saying right now, what Miracle is saying right now is that she should go
Yeah.
ahead and
Get married
marry
to
the
the boy.
guy
Yeah.
without the blessings of the
Yes,
parents.
marry the guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
Don't
right.
worry, the blessings will come
Okay,
sooner or later.
we'll keep you on the call. I think I think I want to. Rachel, hello, Rachel. Are you ready to join the conversation? Hello, Rachel. Okay, I think Rachel's camera is a bit off. All right, so Brel, you're of the opinion that she should also get married to the guy without the prayers of the parents.
Okay, yeah, I agree. But I said two things. I said the if the reasons of the parents are very personal to them, I don't think she should consider a reason why she should not marry the guy because you cannot use your personal reasons on my own personal life. Because like Miracle said, she'll still be the one to bear the consequences, whether the parent like it or not. So I feel she should agree.
Okay. So she should follow the boy. That's what you're saying, Gabriel. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, I can
So
hear
you're
you.
saying she should be with the guy, Abby?
Yes, now she should be.
Okay.
There is no genuine reason to why she should not.
You're saying there's no genuine reason, but I'm telling you that the parents are saying you are not from this particular state. That's a genuine reason. Do you understand? It's
It's
not
not
genuine
genuine,
in
it's
Nigeria,
personal.
Abi. It's
Yes,
personal.
that's the personal reason
But
to bear the
I think okay, not like I'm trying to like bring in any like, but I think the I don't know. Should I the Igbo culture? I think that's what they basically do. I even thought it was. I thought it was just
yeah.
okay. Don't marry from this tribe. Anybody you want to get married to must be Igbo too. But I didn't even know that till like I read her story. I didn't know that they had like the whole you're not from my town, you're not from my state, so you can't get married to this person. You understand? No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's no, that's not true because I know a lot of Igbo guys that probably they'll be dating somebody that's not Igbo, that's not an Igbo babe. Then
Personal
even no
reasons.
matter how long it is, it's only it's like few. I think it's like just 1% out of 100 that will like okay, I'm going to stand my ground and I'm going to get married to this person, even though she's not Igbo. No matter what my mom says, no matter what my father says, I'm going to get married to this person. But a lot of them that I have seen so far, if then I let them date you for like 5 to 10, in fact, I don't even care the ESM. They will always go back to the villages. You see, especially those times when they will go for this Christmas and New Year holiday and the rest, they would always go back and they would get one of their adas from there. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't even know it was a thing not to like get married if you are not from the same state or anything at all. Dabla, can you hear us?
All right. I think we should just okay. So this is my own opinion. We have a lot to unpack. We have nine emails I want to unpack today. So we'll just quickly we'll tackle this and then we'll move on to the next one. All right. So this particular story, the summary of the story is somebody is in love with someone who the family does not approve of. I would say, and this is my own opinion as the host of the show. Okay, I know that the rest of members of our show may disagree. Okay, but my own opinion is this: is that I think you should do all that is best in your capacity to convince your parents. Okay, I will tell you that I think you should do all that you can in your capacity to convince your parents. If you are listening to this, the person will send this in. And the reason for that is because you're in Africa, marriage is largely between family members, okay, between families rather. And as much as possible, you most likely will need support systems. You cannot abandon people that have known you all your life for somebody that you just met and you dated for a couple of years. Okay. If that is your culture, find a way to convince your father and your mother. Have the person you are dating join you, meet with your parents, and try their best to convince your parents. Okay. It's not a good idea for you to abandon your parents, particularly if you're the first daughter, and say you want to get married without the blessings of your parents. Particularly if they are not terrible people. If we know there are some parents who can be monsters, but if there are parents who are caring and their issue is on cultural grounds, you may have to find a way to convince them. One of the arguments that I would suggest you consider using is that probably you tell your parents that nobody chooses the family they are born into. Now, the same way that guy was born into a family from Imo State, there's every very likelihood that also, if their father and mother have been born into a family that came from Imo State, you can't go back to change where you are born in. So that's my own. It's important. Get the blessings of your parents. Okay, don't run off because you're going to need someone to come and do omugo. You're going to need people to, and it's not a good idea when you fall into hard times and people are telling you that the reason why you had this difficulty was because you did not listen to your parents. So convince them, all right, and you get your boyfriend to convince them. And then when you have done that, if that fails, all right, find people who are authorities in their families and try to convince them as well. Okay, so we'll stop there.
The comments. Some people have spoken on the
Some people have
comment.
comments. We have comments on
Yes.
this. Okay,
Yeah.
let's read it. Let's take a couple of the comments. What comments do we have on this?
Um. Okay. Lois says she can't hear you. Lois, please check your audio. Then Phone Flash said, "Marry the guy and have your parents curse you or disown you. Some parents can't be over you."
Okay, so I would just say that because this is the decision really does not fall in your hands. The decision falls in the hands of the people who it's largely a family decision, and we will not cultures. And this is why we advise people on the show. If you're getting involved with people before you go and spend 3 4 years dating someone, as much as possible, try to find out exactly what their culture looks like. Okay, because this is the kind of thing that you could have discovered in the very in the first 1 month or so
Somebody's audio is
of
feeding
dating.
in.
Rachel, the audio is feeding in. So we'll move on to the next. Let's just move on to
Okay.
the next story.
No, there are other. Okay.
Do you have other comments?
Yeah, Tipsy Comfort said, as an Igbo lady, you need your parents' consent and prayer for the marriage to happen. She also said, but not all parents are easy to convince. For the part you said that try and
Try
talk
and
to your
convince your
parents.
parents here.
If the first person, some parents will stay over their dead bodies. You never see.
We're not we're not we're not unaware, okay? We're not unaware of how difficult it can be to convince parents. We're not unaware. We're not hypocrites on the show. But you cannot get married and start your marriage or start your own family, not listening to the people who brought you into the world. Even if
But
you,
their reasons are selfish now.
the reasons may appear selfish, all right? The reasons may appear selfish, but
Okay.
and that's why you have to show people that maybe I'm just old fashioned, okay? Maybe I'm old fashioned like that. They're not asking you. Your father is not asking. The father is not asking her to marry his friend now.
No,
He's just saying that
you
he
can't
wants
marry
to.
this person because he's from this particular state. That's what he's saying. And it's not
And
fair because she has been dating him ever since now. So imagine your parents just say because this person is not from this particular state, you cannot be with it. And it's hard to start over. It's hard to even like see somebody that even wants to get married to you again. It's very difficult, except the father has another candidate for her. That's what it is.
okay, so I may have to mute Rachel's audio. Rachel, I'll mute your audio because your audio is feeding in. Okay. All right. So we'll continue with we'll continue. We have the second um so the second email we received.
Okay.
So let's
This
just
one called her name. Okay, my name is Chisom and I'm just 27 years old. I dated a guy while I was in university, thinking he would marry me. We lived together and I had 6 abortions for him. She had 6 abortions for him. I got so fond of contraceptive, like it was some sort of regular candy for kids. He dumped me 1 month after graduation and moved on so quickly, like I never existed. Didn't take my calls, blocked me on all socials. All this had happened since 2020. In December 2023, I got a notification from my ex's friend on Instagram. He followed and messaged me. We began talking as friends. On February 14th, he sent me flowers, and since then, he has been professing his feelings for me. On the 20th of March was my birthday. He planned a surprise birthday for me, not knowing he was to propose as well. I had to accept the ring to avoid embarrassing him. I want to return the ring to him. I feel bad. He doesn't deserve a girl like me. This is my ex friend. What if he finds out about my ugly experience with my ex? Please, I need answers.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on this before I jump into it?
Oh my god. I don't know, but I just feel like she wants to return the ring because according to her, she feels like the guy doesn't deserve her, or no, the guy, okay, yeah, doesn't deserve her because she's not, because of the things she had done with the ex and everything. One thing too is it's a problem to be with your ex's friend, is a problem generally. I think people, Nigerians, there's a problem with it normally. For her to like still be with him and with what she wrote here, I feel like she likes the guy, but because of the things she had done or she has done, she doesn't want the guy to know and then just leave her like that. So she doesn't want to take chances. That's what I feel. She doesn't want to take chances. She wants to still, I don't know. She doesn't want the boy to hear those ugly things she has done and all those things. So that's why she wants to return it. But me, basically, she just chill. I feel if she tells it by herself, maybe there's still hope. Maybe
There's still hope for what exactly?
for him to like accept her and not, okay, probably he might get angry or act a little
There's
bit.
hope for him to. I don't understand what you're saying.
There's hope that he will still get married to her now. He likes her now. I feel like the guy is a good guy.
All right. So,
The guy is a good guy. So
for those people who are joining, let's tell you exactly where we are now. Okay. So we've been running the show for up to 2 years, physical show, and during the course of the show, people send emails. They send emails in to us. So we compiled a couple of the top stories, the most recent stories, people seeking counsel and advice on love, medical health issues, and all that. And that's where we are right now. So this is the situation on ground. This person said that her name is Chisholm. I don't think that's her real name, and she's 27 years old. While she was in university, she dated a guy thinking that the guy was going to marry her, and then she had like 6 abortions for the guy. After that, she started taking contraceptives on a regular basis. Okay, 1 month after they graduated, the guy who she had done like 6 terminations of pregnancy for broke up with her. Okay, and then he moved on. The guy blocked her completely, did not respond, no message. Then in 2023, last year, December, she got a notification
Instagram.
from Instagram.
Yeah.
Our ex-boyfriend's friend messaged her on Instagram. They started talking. And then on February 14th this year, Valentine's Day, he sent her flowers. And then he has been started professing his love
Yeah.
for her. Apparently, while she was dating her ex-boyfriend, the guy had interest, but he kept away. Okay. And he said on the 20th of March last month,
Her birthday.
it was her birthday. He planned a surprise birthday for her. And then he also proposed at the same time. Okay. She accepted the ring because she didn't want to like embarrass
Embarrass
him.
him.
Okay, but now this is her fear. This is the fear she has. Because of the relationship that the guy who proposed to her has with her former boyfriend. She's afraid that if the former boyfriend comes out and tells the current guy that she has had
Positive
6 abortions
abortions.
for him, the guy will break up with her, and she doesn't want her story out there, a mess out there. So she's calling in to ask for advice.
Should she
Um,
return the ring?
should she return the ring or
But that's the thing. I feel
so?
like she it cannot be hidden because of the ex that's in the picture. Because obviously, if that her former ex hears that, okay, this particular girl is getting married to this guy, he might want to come in and say all those things too. You know, some people don't have.
Okay, so I think we have everybody is in the chat. The good thing is this: we have someone who probably can. Okay, I think she dropped out of the chat. Oh, okay. So if you're listening, try to join back, and then we'll continue the conversation. Okay, so we'll cycle through. Let's ask the gentlemen here. Let's ask the men here. I'll bring in who do we bring in? Do we bring Olarinwaju?
Can you hear us?
Olarinwaju, can you hear us? Okay, she can't.
Everybody is back.
Ibe is back. Okay, so we'll bring Ibe back in. Yeah,
Good
Ibe, good
evening.
evening. How you doing? You're laughing.
I'm fine.
When at the matter when we dey try settle low, these are the kind of emails you are receiving.
Uh, mm, First thing first, this matter
Okay.
is very dicey. And this matter, it's only mature minds that can take the truth. Yeah. Now, for me, I would advise her if she thinks that she's serious,
Okay,
she
but
should
are you watching on YouTube at the same time? Because you may not be
know,
okay,
no.
just a minute. I think somebody's watching the show and okay, just please if you're watching this on YouTube, you have to mute your mic so that the audio doesn't. I think that is Lawrence. Lawrence, I want to mute your audio. Just a minute, let me mute your noise. Okay. All right, so Ibe, we're with you.
Okay. For me, like I said before, it's only matured minds that can handle the truth. And if she thinks that this guy is very serious, my dear, we only die once, we only live once. She should open up and tell the guy
She should,
because
she should open up and tell the guy that
that this is what happened. Yes, I dated your friend. We had a relationship for some years while in school, and we are no longer together. And definitely, why being together, some things must have occurred. Are you sure that you are ready to be with me, or he's just coming to fulfill his desires of wanting to be with her before? Because one certain thing there is for sure: if she doesn't open up and tell the guy, and the guy finds out from his friends, it goes two ways. It's either love conquers all, or the guy takes a walk. Love conquers all, and he stays with the truth from his friend. And then he feels bad that the lady didn't open up to him and tell him, or he takes a walk. That is just it. So for me, I think it's better she opens up and tell the guy that this is what it is before we parted ways. And he left me, he blocked me. And for the number of years, we've not been together anymore. So if you hear it from him, know this is it. Because I know some friends can be so bad, even if she doesn't tell the guy, and then they end up getting married and they're having a very fruitful and peaceful marriage. Some friends can be that bad that they can finally find out, and just to, whether it's payback or it's in their gene, they will just blast it to the guy. So this babe not tell you say she has done this thing. You sure say she will get womb, baby? Are you sure that those kids they are yours? You get. So
Yeah.
for me, I think it's better she just open up and she tell the guy. If the guy really loves her, he will stay with her.
we'll
But
stay with
that's
her.
going to be a problem because some people might hear that and they will not
That
want
is
to
why
take
I said it's only matured minds that can take the truth. It's only matured minds that can take
the
the
extra
truth.
mature because many
Because
people won't
yeah,
take it.
Yeah, because many people cannot stand the truth. They will just take a walk. They will say, after all, not be me start am, so not be me go chop from where this person don't end. They will
Yeah.
just take the walk. But some people will take the truth and stand with it to the end. So for me, it's better you open up from the beginning than when it's already halfway, it's already sweeting you and sweeting me. Then somebody will come and say it, and it will not look like, why didn't you tell me? Or are there more things that you are hiding from me? This is
Okay,
just
so,
it.
so we're going to say this. So Chisom, because I'm sure Chisom is one of the people who is watching this. So Chisom, you've heard the advice you've been given. If they're telling you that you should just come clean and explain to the guy, okay, that you should get ahead of the story. I think we'll take. Is there anybody in the chat that disagrees? Because I can see that Peter Anulapo is saying that which love conquers all. Um, um, Kimsey Comfort is saying that she should just return the ring. All right, let's come to Gabriel. Let's bring Gabriel. We'll bring it in. Do you agree with Chis? Do you agree with Ebube? Because we have like we have 9 emails we want to quickly cover. Right, so we just want to take your thoughts on it, and then so let's just talk about this. Do you agree with this? Should she come out straight?
Yeah, she should. But the thing is that people fail before they even try. Like she was even insecure. She has not even tried to talk to him first. She's already failing. You understand? And I feel that if the guy loves her, he would take her as she is. She gets. And like she said already, uh, ex or something. And there's also one thing that remains that sometimes people we really love is actually beside us. We are the one going that far. So if your friend's ex can actually come to you and you can be open to this person that okay, this is what has happened to me. I feel like you should go with the person, but she should know that uh let everything that happened be spoken between two partners.
Okay, she should
So that
be truthful to him. She should tell him everything, no secrets.
yeah, that's because that's like the foundation of everything. Like what the lady said before, it's not when it's getting sweet and sweet then it
Mm-hmm.
gets bitter when you tell them. You understand? So
Okay,
that's like the foundation of
Gabriel,
everything.
Gabriel,
So
I will disagree with you. All right, because and let me tell you why I will disagree with you. The average guy, yeah, if the average guy, if you have the average guy, you call him and then you tell him that um, boy, I've done 6 termination of pregnancy for your friend.
Exactly.
The average guy will log off.
okay, okay, see,
The
it's just
average
like
guy
you
will
saying,
log
see,
off
wait now,
instantly.
it's just like you saying body count now, just like you saying a girl has more body count than a guy. It's like see the whole thing. So you cannot say because of uh
You made it worse because
wait,
most girls would have more body count than most men.
Most
I know,
guys
but
have more body count. No,
yeah, we are,
Yes, I agree with Ebube. Most guys have more body count than most girls.
okay. I made it worse. I made it worse.
Okay, so I don't want us
Like,
so we don't jump into a global debate because the issue on ground is not body count. So we'll stay away from that. All right. So
all right,
Chisholm, you've heard some people have the opinion you should open and confide to the guy. I, okay, as the host of this show, I will tell you, it depends. If you are certain that the person you are dating will be mature enough, all right, to forgive and move on beyond that. But have it at the back of your mind that if you open up to the guy, there's a 50-50 chance that the guy may move on. Those are my thoughts. Let's move on to the third email. Okay, I see that I
The
see that you don't
comment
have
section is going wild.
the comment section is going wild. So a couple of things. Femi Adekoke says true Yoruba men have more body counts. Chimsy Comfort is saying that body count is way different. If you were told that you will leave her. All right, so let's really go to the third.
Okay, the third story.
The third story, not story really.
Yeah, the third email we got.
Third email we got. So let's just
Okay, so this one is a little bit different. This one is he said I am a 34-year-old single dad from Kogi State. I lost my wife months after she delivered my son, and since then life has been so hard. because I had to combine work and training my son alone as a single parent. My mom introduced a lady from Delta for me to marry, but there is something about this lady. Not only that she seems to be pretending to be a good girl around my mom, she so she can win her heart. But my son would always cry when he set his eyes on her. My mom keeps convincing me to marry her. Please, I need answers. Do I go against my will and that of my son and get married to this lady to make my mom happy?
Okay, so we're going to so for again, I would say I know this. For those of you who are watching this for the very first time, you probably will believe these are emails that were received. Okay, emails that were sent into the show. Um, they are real life scenarios. So
And this is a single
I think we
dad.
should just extract like the essentials in the story. This 34-year-old single dad who is a widower, all right, has a mom that wants him to marry a girl from Delta State. He's from Kogi State,
Yeah.
okay, in Nigeria. And he's saying that he does not trust the lady because when the lady comes around and meets his son, the son is always crying.
Right. Yeah.
And he feels that the lady is just pretending to win
The mother's
the
heart and
mother's
everything.
heart over.
Yeah.
Okay. But he said his mom is insistent that he should marry this the
The
woman in
lady.
question.
Yeah.
So he's asking for advice. Does he get married to the lady to make his mom happy, or does he go against his will and that of his son? So that's the those are the comments. Mr. Femi, you can see in the comments. Femi, I think okay, you are in the comments. I would I'm not going to allow you go first on this one because I have a feeling that if you go first on this, so you're going to conclude on this, okay? I have a feeling if you go first on this,
She's already
and the reason why I have that because I can see you backstage laughing. I remember the last show we did. If you haven't had time, please go and watch it. It's on YouTube live. The show in which why do relationships die in the West or so,
yeah.
right? And we gave us our thoughts on the male female dynamic that happens outside Nigeria. Okay, you can watch it. You can watch the show. It's wonderful submission. All right, wonderful submission all around. So now, the thoughts on this. Want to hear your thoughts? What's your advice for this person? Should this person go ahead? Okay, I'll bring. I think Lois. Lois, okay. So Lois, we're going to bring you in. I'm going to add you to the conversation. Oh, I think your internet is slow, Lois. Your internet is slow. Okay, so try to log back, try to reconnect back in, and then we'll bring you on. Miracle, your thoughts?
These people on this comment section.
Okay, before Miracle,
Okay, can
quickly
you hear
before you,
me?
yes, we can. Before we take your thoughts, let's quickly go to the comment section and read a couple of comments.
Okay.
So can you read the comments, please?
Okay. Mr. Femi Adegoke said, please go against your mom. And it's with crying emojis. Then Chimsy Comfort said, no, marry the lady. Marry the lady. Oh. Then Peter said, Mr. Femi, this is your update. Where did you get this statistic from? Because I strongly disagree. Okay. Then Chimsy, okay. But okay, first class said your child keeps crying whenever he sees the woman. Guy, run oh, my heart before a third party, please. And she concluded and said, and my mom would be in the house when you eventually marry the lady. Shege Pro Max, and your mom won't see it because she loves the lady.
Okay,
Okay.
so we'll bring Miracle in. So it will be you would have you have the right of last counsel on this. So you're going to give the last counsel on this. So we'll bring everybody in, and then we'll bring you on because you have more experience with what you have seen happen around you. So, Miracle, your thoughts?
Okay. The first thing, we have to understand the meaning of marriage. You are not getting married to make your mom happy. That's one thing. So the main reason for marriage is for you and your partner to be happy, give birth to children and others. And now your question is to make my mom happy. Should I get married to the person to make your mom happy? Guy, this is about your own happiness, not your mom. Because at the end of the day, she's not going to be in the house with you, and your child is obviously crying, and you can see all these things. So the best thing is make your own decision. The decision is yours. The person you got married to first before she eventually died, it was your decision, not your mom's. And your mom does not have any matter in your own business. You are grown up already. I mean, you have a child, you are already grown up to make your own decisions of who you want to marry. You are old enough to make your own decisions of who you want to marry. So, and the just imagine the thought of seeing your child crying at the presence of another person. It's not right. I mean, you have to marry for love, not because of your mom said. Come on now, we are grown-ups. So that's it.
Okay,
Just
I'm going to quickly say this. We see a couple of comments in the chat. Let's just quickly give a couple of. Let's just quickly go to the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so the last comment is your mom won't be on the first purchase. Your mom won't be on the house when you eventually marry the lady. Shege Pro Max, and your mom won't see it because she loves the lady. Chimsy Comfort is saying that thank you, miracle. Okay, Chimsy Comfort is saying thank you, miracle. Chimsy Comfort is saying the signs are already there. All right, so I don't know if there's anybody else who has a comment to. Do you? Is there any other person else in the do you disagree, Gabriel? Do you disagree with assessment for this? You disagree, Gabriel?
No, no, I don't disagree. He's a grown man now, so he should make his own decision. You can't say because your mom, you want to make your mom happy, then you don't want to make your own self happy. So what Michael said is correct.
Okay, so you're in agreement with Miracle.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll come to Ibube. But Femi Adegoke, we can see you in the chat. So Femi, just come on the live, join. Let's have your thoughts on this. So I'm
Peter,
going to
you don't know why the
we're going
child.
to give your thoughts. You have the mic, Ibube.
You see, mothers should learn to rest. They should take a cheap pill. Let their children choose who they want, not for themselves alone, for their own children. They should rest. The mother wants the son to marry the lady because she thinks she's a good woman for her son. No, for her, not for her son. For me, my advice to that young man is he should marry a lady who pleases his baby. Because as a woman, when you're marrying a single dad, the first thing you should know is you are automatically becoming a mother for that child first. And you need to accept that child as your own before you give birth to yours. So where there is no responsibility of acceptance, then there's nothing working at all. And if the man has not seen any signs of responsibility acceptance from that lady, then it is dead before even starting, because that child would suffer in the marriage. The innocent child is going to suffer, and whether the man likes it or not, she's in the house now. She has a call in the house. What she says stands also, even if he thinks he's the head of the house. What the woman says in the house stands. How he wants to run it stands. So for the man to have peace of mind, he should marry the woman. He should give the mother bride price to go and pay the bride price for the woman and take her to her own house. Let
But
it.
sometimes we get to hear that the mother's choice is like the best choice for a child.
It's not for the child. See, for that child to start even crying, like we have this saying that little children, especially babies, see the beyond. We have this belief. Now, if a child is crying when a particular person comes around him or her, then we should beware of those people, or we should take a second look at them. For the child to keep crying whenever this lady comes around him, it shows so many things. The pretense is just too much. the pretense.
What if the
It is
child is just crying and children now? Probably maybe they're seeing a new face and all.
which new face?
All right, so let me come in at this point. I guess everybody's in unanimous agreement that this particular person, everybody's in agreement
Except
that
Mr. Peter.
except Mr. Peter in the
He
comment section.
said
Mr. Peter says that this woman they cap for this our culture. The woman perceive him as a threat already. He's in agreement with her now.
no, before he was saying that the child is just crying.
Okay, Mr. Peter
That,
said the child is constantly crying.
that, are you saying she's pinching the innocent kid? Oh, making
Okay, so we'll go on because we have a lot of emails people sent in. So let's take
okay. The next email.
the next email.
This is from Timile. Okay. My name is Timile and I'm in my late 20s. I met a guy when I went to Canada for my master's. I relocated back to Nigeria after acquiring my master's degree. And since then, something has been odd about my man. He barely texts me and still won't return my calls. On Christmas Eve, I went to the shopping mall with my mom and caught up with our old time schoolmate who was with her son. We exchanged greetings and I exchanged contacts with him, with her son. Since that day, he has been professing love for me and plans to get married to me by June. Please, I need answers. Should I get married to him or wait for my Canadian boo to return back? I need answers, please. My family are on my case to get married because I am approaching 30.
Okay, so I don't even know where to get started with this story, sir. Do people still ask? Okay, so just in case you are Timney,
Watching us
just in
right
case you are
now.
watching us, so that I don't think that we are making fun of you. Okay, because you may think that we're making fun of you or something. It's just that I'm amazed that human beings like this still exist. Um, um, I'm short of words. All right. What's the essential story here? The essential story is that he's in his late 20s. She's in her late 20s.
Yes.
She met a guy
When she
when
went
she
to
went to Canada for her master's. She
uh,
has relocated back to Nigeria after acquiring the master's degree. And then the guy that she met in Canada, now that she's back in Nigeria, is no longer picking her calls. He doesn't respond to texts. Okay. On Christmas Eve, she went shopping and met somebody else, and her mother's schoolmate's son.
son, yes.
And then they exchange greetings, they have contact, and since that day, the mother's schoolmate's son wants to marry her.
Yeah.
So she's now asking that should she wait
Wait
for
for a
the
Canadian
Canadian
boo.
guy
Yeah.
to do what exactly? That's why I said I'm confused. I'm
Waiting
short of.
club.
If we didn't read this in detail, if I'd read this in detail, I probably wouldn't have added this. This is okay. So let me not bias. Let me not bias because I already have my own bias. Everybody know where I stand. I don't believe in long distance relationships. Long distance relationships don't work. All right. What ends up happening is people just end up cheating on themselves, and then so they waste each other's time. That's my belief. Okay. I won't say more than that. So Osato, your thoughts, and then we go into the chats.
Okay, for the fact that the guy in Canada is not even giving her attention anymore, she's supposed to know that it's even over. So she's not even supposed to waste her time. And she has to take the opportunity that she's seeing now before it's even too late, before she even gets to that 30. And probably this since this guy is like a close person with the mother is like her friend and all those things, I feel like it might work out actually. Yeah. Not the one that she's waiting for someone that is not able to. She's blind. She's blind by love. I don't know. Okay.
I am short of words. I don't. Okay, so let's Lois. Oh, Mr. Femi, our Canadian Boo has joined the chat. We have a Canadian Boo in the chat. So,
He even
Mr. Femi,
said,
live from Canada.
he even
You, this
said,
is your specialty. So, you Canadian bros. So, yeah,
he even said, make she wait for my brother, please. He got
over. Also, over to you. Let's hear your
I'm so
thoughts.
sorry. I don't vex. I did rule like this. I did try to like. I run jackpot from office like this, like this. I didn't say I did come. But yeah, I'll support my Canadian.
You are the Canadian Boo that they are waiting to come back now. So,
You
let's hear.
know, made the move.
why are you ignoring now, Mr. Femi? Please, let
No,
it stand in your life.
what do you say?
Why are you ignoring her? Tell her where she
Wait,
stands in
just a
your
minute.
life.
Your audio is.
No,
Are you walking? You are walking to work.
I'm
Can you
sorry.
quickly get into your car? Can you quickly get into your
Uh,
car and then have your thoughts? There's a lot of noise. Before you
but
get
yeah,
into
2 seconds, 2 minutes.
okay, 2 seconds. Okay, so while we wait for it to stabilize, I think let's keep it.
I think
You first.
I think
Lois,
her audio
I think
is
you have issues with your audio, Lois. So
on her network.
network.
Mm.
Okay, so um, while we wait for Mr. Femi to join us in, let's just quickly take a couple of the chats. So first, Chimsy Comfort is saying that why will you wait for Canadian Bull? On no account should a woman wait for a man. The only valid waiting is the return of our Master Jesus. Um, you people are, you guys are bringing smoke in this conversation. Chimsy also, Femi Adegoke says that makes you wait for my brother. Okay.
Then
Um,
Chimsy Comfort is saying long distance relationship works though. She's trying to like your part where you said you don't believe it works. So she's trying to say it works. Then First Plus said, don't worry, we come back for you for you. Then Mr. Peter is saying Methuselah is the form of Methuselah in the form of a relationship. She go wait tire. Oh God, why are you guys like this?
okay,
Please,
so
people should not discourage
don't
women,
discourage
please. I
people.
don't
Don't
like
discourage people who are looking for long distance love. They don't be. You can't. Maybe our own case might be different. All right. So, Mr. Femi, we have you. Let's just. So, Femi, let's have you.
Sorry. I first of all, I want to say I don't think she should wait because it doesn't make sense. Because like first of all, long distance relationship is a big stretch. There's a lot of like emotions involved in it. So like it's like let's even ask ourselves the real question: are they satisfying each other like emotionally and all those kind of things? And if that's not there, I don't see the relationship working. Honestly, that's just my own take. I feel like she should go now. Who you see, may she go with, cause like the person where they wait for Canada for a year, you know what thing they do. You know if they follow a woman. So and it's the case we see every day. So I believe like she should just like move on.
Okay. So,
what about if I want to ask something? What about if the guy was giving her attention and everything? The Canadian boo was giving her like attention too,
Case
and this guy came in to the picture.
that case is different because like obviously I think my sister and her husband like they were separated like it was in the States and she was in Nigeria for like 3 years before she eventually moved there. So it's different where they
She
are
was
giving
already
each other
married
can
to
you
him
attention.
adjust
now.
your camera because we can't see the top of your head? It's
She was
cutting.
already
Okay.
married to him. She was
Okay.
already married to him, right? Before
Yeah,
he left.
she no, they started dating. Then he traveled. Then he came back. Then they got married. Then he was still there. So it was just a case of like trying to like get every immigration back and forth.
Yeah.
But that scenario that I brought in, they were talking, they were having the conversation was flowing, so that's quite different. But like if the guy is not giving her the necessary attention and the necessary, care and everything, then I don't think she should waste her time towards it. Because these boys with they be devil. Hmm. If they do or not do.
We're going to have a break. Okay. So let's just quickly do this. Quick. We Your thoughts. I want to see if everybody is in agreement with you. Gabriel, Miracle. Um, yeah, your thoughts on that. Should she?
Okay, okay. So, so the thing is that sometimes who we really love actually beside us. Now we they go far, we find love. Like already what that girl said now. Since you have someone that's close to you and you cannot deal with long distance at the beginning, I don't think you should even go for it. So if you know that if you know that you are clocking at a particular age and there's some kind of pressure and you know that okay, yeah, so this whole long distance thing is not working out, I don't think we should start it at the very beginning. And you should just go for someone that is beside her or close to her. She's like he said, she's clocking 30 and she doesn't have that time anymore. So your Canadian boo might just be using you as a time
Small chop.
figure and
Um,
so, so, so using you as
Emotional support.
emotional support or something. Why you have someone that is just beside you, someone that is like, So I feel that she should just take things in consideration and put someone that is actually serious and in front of her. For people that like physical attention, physical touch and all these things, so she can, but so you cannot have physical touch with a Canadian boo now. So you get and all those attention and all those kind of love language. So the one close to you is the better option.
Okay, Miracle, your thoughts, and then we'll wrap up with Ebube.
Okay. First things first, you have to ask yourself some questions. First question is, do you actually want to get married? Or is it because someone already proposed that I want to get married to you by June? Are you really ready for the marriage?
She's ready.
And number
She said
two,
she's up to 30 now. She's going to 30 and her parents are telling her that she should get married. And
marriage is not age. You might not
so
actually be ready for that marriage, but because you've heard I promise you married by June, and she just like,
he's serious now. That's why she's saying it now. He's serious. According to what she said, he's already like saying, I want to get married to you by June and all these things. He's professing his love for her already. So don't you think he's serious? Or you think he's just saying it?
he might just be saying it to have another way, but let's just say it's serious. And number two, your Canadian boo. What's your communication skill? What's your communication range with him? Is it like communicating
That's the
well?
thing
Is
now.
he?
He's ignoring her already now. Now. He's not
Oh,
picking
he's
her
already
phone. He's
knowing
not
her.
responding.
Okay,
Exactly.
my dear, you only live once, like Ewe said. So, I mean, you've seen someone that is ready for marriage. Just move on with the person. That's all. I mean, you are also ready as well. And you said, like you said, you are over 30 or something. So, you've seen someone that loves you. I mean, he's proposing marriage and everything. So, therefore, he loves you. So, the best thing is just to go for someone that is willing to put you under his shelter and, make children with you and everything.
Okay.
All right. So so let's just take a couple of comments, and then we'll ask we'll have everybody's thoughts on this. So Fun Splash is saying even with the attention, it go still meow you. So go for your Niger demon. Fun Splash also says that seriously, why wait for some reason returning your calls? You automatically know he's out of the deal with you. Out of sight, is out of mind. My thoughts. Chimsy
Please.
Comfort said, giving attention is another case. This new guy is talking marriage. As long as she's ready to marry, she should just please get married to him as soon as possible. Peter Another says, Uncle Gabriel, you that love physical touch, if you jam deeper like sister. Wait, what did I just read? Okay, so I guess I won't read any. I'm going to stop there because,
There won't be a difference with the Canadian boy and the lover.
all right, um, so everybody, yes, your thoughts.
Okay. My thoughts on this, it's very surprising, though. my
No.
my Canadian boyfriend, I'm seeing you over there. Welcome. Though you see, the truth
What's
is
your name?
like Miracle said, is she in a hurry to marry because her family are pressurizing her, or she wants to marry because the guy is saying so? There are two different things. And the third one, is she married because she's getting close to 30? Because from these 3 points that I just raised, sorry to say, but there's a possibility that the marriage won't last up to 5 years. Because number one, she's going to marry that guy based on desperation, that this guy just wants to marry me. Number two, I want to marry because I'm close to 30. Number three, my mom's friend's son. So the friendship between the mom and the guy's mom will still be close. And number four, she's feeling like, okay, my Canadian boyfriend, I love him, but this one says he loves me. So you see these 4 points right now will make the marriage not to stand the test of time. We are women. We actually get our feelings built from the person who we actually see who we love at first sight most times than the person who is loving us. It's now later on when the shege has started now, we will start going for who is loving us because the one that we are loving is now showing us shege. For me again, I will advise her to go for the one in Nigeria because the one in Canada has already left her. That one is by the wayside. Because for him not to return your call, not to even send you a message, it means he was using you to pass time, to fulfill your own mission on earth in Canada. You have so now that you have passed, you should be useful to yourself in Nigeria. Let her go for that guy. But she should have these four thoughts before she say yes to that guy. Is she marrying the guy because she loves the guy? Or she's marrying the guy because the guy loves her? Or because she's approaching 30 and she doesn't want to be single? Or she is marrying the guy to please her mom and create a bond between the mom and the guy's mom? These are the four things that she needs to know. Because if not, I'm telling you, the marriage won't stand. And if she's there listening to me, my dear, I'm not praying anything bad for you, but this is just the reasons or the few things that you should expect. Because I know that deep down she has no feeling for that young man. So she should just advise herself and advise her future to save everyone from talking and family meeting and everything. And pastor pray peace to be in the marriage and all. Thank you. Next question, please.
All right. So
Okay.
She should send invitation card to Canadian boyfriend if she eventually gets married to the Nigerian guy.
you, I can't believe I heard what you just said. Now you said you should send what invitation
Invitation
card to
card.
the
Send
Canadian.
invitation card. Maybe
Yes.
they
to
are
his Canadian
taking.
boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is our position on the show. I don't know if I speak for you, but this is my own position. I think that, and I would say that I feel sorry for the Nigerian boyfriend. I feel
Yes,
sorry
I
for
feel sorry for him too.
I feel sorry for being because and I know you may not like this, okay, because you send this into the show and then you're expecting us to give advice. My own advice is this: if you are very, very certain that you do not like the person you are with,
She should
and you are
let him go
just let the guy go.
because
Because
she's going to suffer that guy.
if the two of you have issues, it's going to spill into your mother and his mother's it's
Good,
going to
yes.
be much more larger family issues. And the guy may not be able to walk away from you because of his mother's relationship with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people, and I've spoken to people after the show who have come on the show, and I've spoken to people after the show who have dated people not because they like them, but because their family members kind of like pressure them into dating them.
Yeah.
You would be surprised that the young man in question who is dating you is not dating you because even he's like all over you. He probably is dating you
Yeah.
because he thinks that his mom cannot give him a terrible choice in a wife. And so if you are uncertain, I would say that you probably should sort out your issues. There's nothing too bad in you telling the young man to take out time to give you like 6 months or a year to clear your head. But I would say whatever the relationship with the Canadian guy is, just bury it and move on. The gentleman in the live stream who is Mr. Ferry, who is in Canada right now, has told you that they probably were using you to keep warm in the Canadian winter. You know that Canada is extremely very cold. The winter months are very terrible if you want to survive alone. So maybe you are just being used for body heat. And now that it's over, you're back in Nigeria. The reality has dawned. All right.
Yes,
So
so body
we
heat. Hmm.
won't spend so
Heat
much
is
time
very
on. I think we
expensive. Oh.
spent a lot of time on this.
The next
Let's
story.
move on. So the next story is broken into four parts. There's a part one and part two. Um, just quickly take it. Okay. I hope we'll be able to cover everything today. So this is the next story. Okay, so you can read for us. Just
Okay. This is from Tega, and it's from Delta State. We have viewers from Delta State. Okay, my name is Tega, and I'm from Delta State. I proposed to my long-term girlfriend early this year, and I invited my best friend to come for my wedding. My best friend lives in Lagos and is an artist. I told him about the wedding preparation, and I told him he's going to be the best man. He accepted and made necessary preparations to come to Delta State. He got to Delta State and got checked into a hotel. I wasn't I wasn't in town at that moment, and I promised to be at the hotel first thing in the morning the next day. I told him to be comfortable, and I'd ordered everything, and if he needed anything else, he should order it. I also told him to feel free to bring a plus one for my wedding, and he told me that it's not going to be an issue because he already had a girl coming in tonight to the hotel, and this particular girl and himself already had has history prior to the time he was in Delta State. Fast forward to the next day, I got to the hotel and I met up with and we got talking with all the excitement and all. He later asked me for 150,000 naira that he lost his ATM card and he had network issues with his bank and he would refund me later. He said he needed it urgently to give to the girl that came last night, that she said she needed to buy some things for a party she's planning. I had no problem because my friend would always refund me, and we went upstairs to his room so I could even see the girl. When I got to the room, I could not believe my eyes. It was my fiance who I was supposed to get married to on Saturday on the bed, covering her face with the duvet and crying immediately I entered the room when she saw me. She had been begging me since and telling me it was a mistake. Should I go on with this marriage because I have spent a lot on this wedding, but don't know if I would ever forgive her or love her the same again. I cannot get the betrayal out of my head. Full stop.
Okay, so I don't know. Um, now I know that most of you listening to this probably will think that these stories are cooked up. All right, but I'll just tell you that things are happening.
According to terms. See, things are happening.
I'm short of words. I don't. I'm short of words. Oh god, I don't know where to get started from. You know what? I'll go last because I have a feeling that yeah, I'll go last. So I'll go last. Let's so this is a male issue. Let's start with the men.
Femi. Let's
So
start with
let's
Femi.
start with Femi, Canadian boyfriend. Yeah, you talked. You have to let's
I
help this person out.
after God, try to hear men and women. Mhm. But first of all, me I'll collect my money back. Oh. Even if it's I'll collect my money back. Oh. To even
I don't
talk
understand. What do you mean by collect money back like how?
like regardless, I think it was he borrowed the money from was it he collected. I didn't listen to the story very well, but what I could get was like he found out that it was his fiance that was on the
Yeah.
bed with the friend.
Yeah.
Okay. You are saying that what's even paying you is that 150K. You want to collect 150K first. That's what you're saying.
First, let's give him money first before any other thing. After
Like,
my money, we'll now start analyzing everything.
Boy, the
Ah,
betrayal. This is just
so would you still go on with the wedding?
God forbid. No now,
Well, you
no
have
now.
spent a lot of cash for this wedding now. You have invited
all
a
right.
lot of people and all now.
Let me tell you one thing. Well, I don't know if you've ever listened to Princess Story. The Princess the comedian. I think she was engaged to her husband. I can't really remember the story vividly, and it was very close to her wedding when they separated. And she said that it's better to have a failed engagement than a failed marriage.
Yeah.
So at that point, we aren't married. So it's better to have a failed engagement than a failed marriage. One, they will not count it as a divorce now. They will only count it as a failed engagement, which is still okay. Life will go on. You know, that's my own take. I might be wrong, I might be right.
Okay, so Femi is saying you call off the wedding. So let's just so we'll bring all the men in the so Larry, your video is off, your audio is off. Gabriel will bring you to the chat. Gabriel, yeah.
The thing is that I wasn't really listening to. I was not following up the stories, but I think I'll just go with what Femi said, I was kind of
Okay, so let me
shocked.
quickly recap. I'll recap the story for you. I'll recap
Thank you.
the issue for you. Okay, so this is the issue on ground presently. Um, the guy is getting married to his girlfriend, and he has a friend who's an artist, like a musical artist. The guy performs, goes around, and he invited the guy to be his best man. The man arrives a couple of days before the wedding, and the
Okay.
man tells him that he's going to come to the wedding with a babe. That he has a babe that he usually sees in Delta State anytime he comes in, and I should just lend him like 150K. That the girl is coming overnight. He should sort him. That he has to sort the girl. And
Okay.
then so he goes to the hotel room. I think he wants to either give him the money or collect the money back or so. And then lo and behold, when they open the hotel room, he realizes that the girlfriend is supposed to marry on Saturday. A few days down the line, he's under the duvet with the man who should be his best man. Okay, so he's a bit
Wow.
confused because, of course, the girl is begging. She's telling him that it's one off, it's the devil that did it and all that. And then he's
It's a
asking for
mistake.
counsel that should he forgive? Because there's a very good chance he may not have found out really. If that had been somebody else, probably may never have found out. So he's like, should he forgive her? Very, very close to the wedding. Will it not appear insensitive that he's breaking off the wedding? Who will he tell the story? So and it's not like the girl knew that. It's not as if the girl knew that the artist was going to be his best man in the first place. Okay, if I'm sure if she had known, she probably would have said no or something like that. So that's the situation of things. Just quickly, what
Okay,
would you do?
so you know anointing, after doing something, you're not blaming the devil. I don't understand. The devil's on his own and you're telling me it's the devil that made you do it. So what I would do first, so after paying you 150K, I don't know whether because it's looking like I paid you to go and skip it. My
No, nah,
wife
she
will be
he wanted to like thanks for coming something now. So he wanted
okay.
to like give her, but he noticed that his ATM card was missing and he had network issues. So he asked his friend, borrow me this 150K. I want to like give it to the girl now. And all those she said she's planning a party and all, I want to give it to her. Because if you remember, okay, in the story there, what he wrote rather, he said that according to what he wrote, he said that the girl, his fiance and the best friend, I think they had something before he left Delta State. Do you understand? So he did
Yeah,
not think of the money as anything. So he knew that he wanted to give it to her. So that's why I asked his friend, and he did not even have issue giving his friend the money. He was like, okay, because he knows that his friend is going to give him back. He was just like, okay, let me just even go upstairs and see this baby you're talking about. And that's when he now met his fiance there. Do you understand it now?
yeah.
Do you get
But
it now?
I will not forgive her. I will not forgive her. Like
So you
that's
will not
like
go on with the wedding. But
almost.
she's sorry
I'm
now.
not gonna.
She didn't know.
If you are able to, if you are able to do it, if you are able to do it, I do it on that day or before the day. It means that you
But
can do something more
but
after.
let me say something. But you know that the guys used to cheat on like a day before their wedding. They'll be like, this is the last night to be.
No, no,
What's that?
no,
What's the nonsense? There's a
don't even
bachelor's
start with
night,
that. Like,
and that's when
don't even
people
start
now
with
start
that.
doing
Man.
everything. Sure, you know that too, Sha.
No, don't even start with that. Guys used to cheat with and all that. Oh, see, everybody's looking at
Is
me.
that you trying to defend guys cheating the way you are?
No, no,
Is
no.
that what you're trying to do?
I'm not defending guys, but the number of genders that cheat more will be the girls
Is what?
successfully.
That's not the topic of today. That is another. But don't
Okay,
say that
that's
the
fine,
guy
that's fine. But I'm not
exactly
trying to let
it's
you
the
know, Sha.
guy.
Let me, but I will not forgive Sha because you cannot do
You will
that
not forgive.
the day before.
Fair enough.
Okay, so fair
That's
enough. You're not going to, you won't forgive her. Okay,
that's
so
too much.
Miracle, your thoughts.
First things first, the thing is, God actually wanted him not to get married first before finding out because even during the wedding, his friends will actually be like, "This is the guy I actually slept with," and the guy will still actually tell the guy that, "Okay, this was the girl I slept with last time." So it was God that just like, "Okay, let me just don't waste your money, don't waste the invitation again. Just let me catch this person and that's over." The thing is, there's nothing to forgive there because even if you have to forgive, you will not actually forget. The thing is, you will keep on remembering that okay, this girl has done this thing before. Even a day to my wedding, she did this. So there's probability that she will do it again inside the marriage. So that was it. So that one is there. So the thing is, if you don't move on, you should find someone that appreciates his love and everything. Because clearly the girl does not appreciate him. Because why would a day to your wedding you are going around to sleep with someone else? I mean, you've been doing it even a week to your wedding, then not to talk of a day to your wedding. So that's it. You should just move on and find someone that loves him like that.
All
Okay.
right, so we have a new person, Michael. I think we should talk to the men. All right, Michael, your thoughts.
Did you hear the
Oh,
story?
I'm not new, but I've been in the background since listening to this story and
Oh, okay.
everything. But
So this particular person needs your counsel. What would you? Should he call off the wedding?
definitely he should call off the wedding because when you are committed to someone, you shouldn't. There's no reason for you to cheat. You understand? And you cheating in a relationship, that means definitely you're gonna cheat like when even if you are married. So in fact, if it's for me, the only person that deserves forgiving is just myself for wasting my time on her.
I don't understand.
I just stick my
So,
own back.
He said he's
no,
the only one that deserves forgiving for himself.
so I didn't get
For
the
Yes,
last
no.
wasting
part of
his
what you
I've
time.
said.
committed enough. Do you know what guys go through to like to get ready for wedding, and like there are so many girls in the world and you choose to get like to spend your eternity with this person, and definitely you find out that she's cheating on you. It's very very like in fact you won't get yourself. So I think I have to forgive myself first for wasting my time and spending so much money in it.
For these people to know
Okay.
what the fuck.
All right. So I would say this. And we shouldn't be laughing. Okay, so we're going to beg your forgiveness for those people who send these messages in. If at any point we laughed at the story, please do not take it to mean that we don't have empathy for what you're going through. It's just that some things are just plain funny. Okay, so we're not laughing at your story. We're laughing at the comment of. We're saying so that other people will not be afraid of sending in their emails. Okay.
Right.
All right. So we have comfort in chat. Your
Hello,
comfort.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So
So,
okay, you have to move the camera back a
out.
bit. Yes.
Okay, let me move back. Okay, so every man on this session is ranting, call of the marriage, call of this, call of that. Okay, let's turn the table around. What if it was the guy that cheated? What would have happened?
Yeah, I wanted to
I
say
want to
that.
get. If someone cheats now, and I go say, make the woman forgive him.
I
Forgive
will
him
call off the
now. You guys
marriage.
should come a long way. Yeah. I don't understand. I'm talking to Michael in particular. You said you're the one that needed forgiveness. Forgiveness for what?
For wasting his time.
No, it's really crazy
Uh,
because I feel like you should have at least given her a second chance. I'm not trying to say what she did was right. Like you get, it's not proper to cheat. You get, probably this is what she has been doing, or maybe even better while game. But you just calling off the marriage is not ideal for me. Honestly, it's really not ideal. As long as she feel remorseful for what she did, you shouldn't just call off the marriage like that. Like you've come a long way. You have made preparations. You have called caterers or you have booked your hall. What do you mean, bro? No, you really shouldn't call off the marriage. That's just my own opinion. And I know lots of people are going to come for me. I can see Ebube's face already. Okay, come for me.
All right, so Bube. So the good thing about things like this is that people will not agree with you. All right, so we understand the angle.
Obviously,
I so comfort. I have to ask you this: are you saying this because you believe this, or you're actually trying to probably just get people riled up? You're trying to play the devil's advocate, okay? Because
I'm saying I'm not taking the devil's advocate. I'm saying this like from a point of pity. Like we should at least the man should at least forgive the lady because I'm sure that most of these guys here ranting, their mother obviously cheated on their father and they forgive them. It's a very simple case. You get what is that?
okay, so Bube wants to
Come back.
respond to you.
Come
So
that place that you are going to come back from there.
okay,
Okay,
so
okay. Now serious now. Lots of infidelity marriages. As long
Comfort
as
is
she feels
talking.
Michael, we'll bring Michael back in. Michael, so you have
yeah.
that.
Sorry. Okay.
Comfort is saying, what comfort is saying now is that um I don't know who sent this in. All right, I don't know who sent this in. Comfort is saying that if I mean that if people are in relationships and all that, that one of the hallmarks of is that people should be able to move beyond the difficult times and the rest. So she is saying that she would advise the man to wait. Comfort, I want to ask you: are you trying to say that if this was your brother, you would tell your brother to move on? You would tell your brother to forgive the girl and go ahead?
I can't decide for my brother, but if I was
Okay,
to be the man, and I'm sure that okay, I've come a long way with this lady, I love her so much. I just feel like, well, this shouldn't be enough reason. It's best I won't find her cheating safe than something more crazier you get. So
It's more crazy.
I can actually forgive
okay. So um,
and forgive her so well.
Please, if you have anything
It will
to
be
say,
your thoughts on this. So we can move on to the next. I think we still have about this is the fifth.
See, the thing is that the advice is in both ways. It's in left, it's in right. Now, it's in the left because we are human and then we are judging from what we see that yes, she has done something wrong. First of all, for her to even let me say a day to your traditional, a bit to your engagement, a bit to your traditional marriage, you are still doing hookup. It's something to be worried about because it's so certain that in the marriage you can't be faithful. You do get it. And now, even if the guy says he's going to forgive, eh, I swear she's going to suffer. Number one, she's going to go through emotional torture because the guy won't believe anything she says. If she says she's going to church, he won't believe her. And again, when she gives birth, the thing I'm running on the guy's mind is DNA. Is that child mine? Do you get it? Now and then he might not even be seeing her in the house. He might end up, yes, I'm married to her because I cannot waste my money, but he's going outside. Do you get it? His attention is outside because he's only trying to cover up the shame of, oh, I have spent money, and I cannot lose it. Now, for you to torture yourself again like this as a man, why don't you just quit it? End it before you start it. So you have peace of mind. Let her go and you go. You forgive her, she goes. You forgive yourself, you go. So that you can be able to meet another woman and get married to. Because if not, both of them will suffer in that marriage. Now, this one has nothing to do with sex, but it has something to do with morality and individual responsibility. So it's better for you to save yourself the stress than for you to torture yourself knowingly and now allow the society to help you decide how you should live your love life. You better quit it and rest. Let her go, so you go. You pick somebody else, let her pick somebody else, and we move on. That is just it. This is what I have to say. But if he decides to still remain with her because of what people will say, he has wasted money and everything, then he should be ready to treat her right and do rightly by her. That is just it.
Okay, so I'm going to say some couple of things at this point. And these are my, like I said, I wasn't going to. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to talk until everybody has had their say. Um, so young man, if you're listening to this, young woman, if you're listening to this, do not ignore the behavior, the long-term habits of people you are going to spend
Oh yes, don't
your
oh.
long journeys with. Okay, so do not ignore it. Not everybody deserves, okay, to have a family. Okay, not everybody. There are people who have problems. I would just say this: the problems that if you are ready to continue to deal with the problem all of your life, then you can
Hmm.
enter. But if
Yeah.
it's you are ready to continue to deal with. There's a particular there's some psychiatrists that a particular psychiatrist rather, in family or so. I can't remember the exact name. He said that 69% of problems cannot be solved.
It can't be solved though.
Problems that do not have solutions. Okay, and so if you take those kind of problems, then you will need the patience of Job to deal with them. The
You
way I
know
see
they
it,
again. Oh.
God has delivered you. So, and if you decide that you want to go in fully, it is your decision. I will not tell you whether you should go ahead or not. But if you do not have any guarantee that it will not continue, then okay. So we'll move on to. We still have the next. What's the next one?
But wait first, though. Do you know that this story you just said now, it's really no jokes. It's this thing happened, this same thing happened in my church 2014.
Are you serious?
2014. I'm serious with my full chest. 2014 in
Okay.
Warri,
Well,
Delta State. This particular girl
same
was
Delta State. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
this this particular girl was dating this guy. This guy then finished from ASUT, and then he went for service. All the money he got from his service, he was spending it on this girl, training her and taking care of her family. Only for the guy to finish school, he got a job. He was working with then Diamond Bank, before the bank was merged. And then when he lost his job, this girl moved. She now moved to his friend. She moved to his friend. The friend told the guy, like, see, your baby's all over me. Oh. The guy will like really say yes. She was staying with the guy and still going out with his friend. This guy, he didn't leave her. Oh. He kept on taking care of her, thinking maybe she was going to change and everything. She would leave this guy and travel to meet another person. And that was how she was doing it until somebody said he was going to marry her. Problem happened. She has promised 3 different men, like, I will marry. Like, they proposed to her. She said, yes, I'll marry you 1, I'll marry you 2, I'll marry you 3. 3 of them separately. Now, those 3 didn't know that there's somebody in Warri, Delta State, that is taking care of her. You get it now. On the day, she was not keeping it on a very low. She finally got engaged to someone who the family thought was better off because the guy was in the medical line. You understand? And now this first guy who finished from ASUT couldn't take care of her because he had no money. He was sacked from the bank, so he couldn't get a job. So he was just on the street trying to look for something to do and stuff like that. She was still going back to meet that guy. She will collect from this guy, collect from the one who engaged her in Warri, collect from the remaining 3 that engaged her in different places. The cut the long story short, the one who engaged her in Warri wanted to know about her ex, who was a banker. Come and see fights. They had a very big fight, landed up in the police station. That one did not end there. They proceeded to getting married in the church on the day of the wedding. Come and see what happened. The 3 other guys that engaged her got to know that she was getting married. They came to church that day.
Very
Mhm.
good.
They came to church that day. The one that trained her and her family
Are you serious?
came to church with his friend, with that his particular friend that she was going out with that
Over, yeah.
day. You need to see the mother kneeling down and was begging that they should not go inside to go and marry the daughter because it's just like 4 men now marching it on the church to go and give the daughter ring. And when there's another man in the church on the altar with the daughter,
This is this is unbelievable. I can't
It
believe
was
this.
really, it was a disgraceful thing. It was a very disgraceful thing, And then they were just, the mother was outside, she was begging. She was kneeling down, begging, begging, please, 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 please. God did it. Finally, they did the wedding and they went to the reception. These guys intimidated this her husband, like when they were dancing, they just came, they circled around her, removed the man, and they were just spraying her money. She was so ashamed. Like the news was just going on. Like, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? God now did it that guy now got the first guy from ASUS now got another job again with another bank. So he now started getting small cash. Do you know that after the marriage to the so-called one that was important to her, she was going back to her ex who just got a job?
She's possessed. She's
Okay, so
possessed. It's
at this
okay.
point, let me just say this. Wait. I don't think that those men are not victims. Those men are not victims. They are accomplices. They are not victims. You can't call that. You're not
No,
being. The
she was going back to that guy, and now she was begging that guy to, marry her. That guy is truly the love of her life. That she wants to leave this guy who is in the medical line, who has married her, not up to 2 weeks, not
for the
up to
love of
2 weeks.
your life.
This is
Okay.
comes to family issue. Those two men got into another fight and ended up
Okay.
in the police station. They were not
Again,
asking who is the husband, who is the boyfriend. This one said, I'm the husband. This one said, I am the first boyfriend. I trained her. Okay, what do you want? You, this woman, what do you want? She said she wants her first boyfriend. So now,
ah,
are you willing to
fair
end
women.
marriage with your husband who is a doctor? She say yes. Okay, now ask
Mm.
first boyfriend, are you willing to take her back? He said no, he doesn't want her, but he just wants to let the husband know he can have her if he wants. That if that's why the fact that she's married to him, if he wants her, he can also have her. And that was it. My brother, I say, whoa, 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 whoa. Crazy things are really happening. Crazy things are really, really happening. So for me, I feel that this guy, he should let go. Just like what you have said. He should just let go and move on. There are better girls out there, better ones.
All right. So we'll do this. Yes. So let's just quickly. We have to quickly move on. For
Okay. The sixth email
so
we
so
got.
this basically the summary of that particular case is that the guy should just call off the wedding if you don't want to end up in a situation where you get messed up. All right. That's the summary. So the sixth one. Let's just quickly get into it. Um.
Okay, the sixth email we got said, I need your advice, please. It's about my relationship. My boyfriend told me last year that if I continue dating him, that is my own risk. That he is not ready for marriage in 20 years, but he is 40. Sorry for the laugh. Since then, we have been dating because God knows how much cost what he said. My pastor said he's joking, that he will marry me. Yesterday night, I caught him with a girl. I did not call before coming, and when he saw me, he asked me to stay outside because he was busy. Told me that that is his girlfriend to my face. When I left him around 11:30 p.m. back to my house, he did not even call to ask how I found my way. I stayed outside till 11:30. Then I woke up around 3 a.m. and now I see his message that he's sorry, that his heart belongs to her. Then I saw my pastor's message on WhatsApp that there shall be no there shall be no loss. I dropped the message, but he is yet to see it. I am down. I have been awake since. Son is just a confused human being with her
Okay.
story.
So I don't think we for this particular one. Let me just give a response so that we'll just
Okay.
this is a no-brainer. When people tell you about themselves, just believe them. Okay, don't start arguing. The guy has told you he's not ready. Okay, he has told you he's not ready to get married in the next 20 years, and he's 40 years old. So that means that after 20 years, he's going to be 60. Are you going to wait and spend 20 years waiting for someone?
And pastor said we marry
And
him.
pastor, and I don't want to speak about pastors and men of God because I don't want to get into it. But I'll tell you this: that um, if you are paying tithes or you are paying money to a particular church, there's a very very good likelihood that, and if it's a church that needs your financial assistance, there's a very good likelihood that they will not want to tell you anything that will contradict your hopes. Not all churches are like that, but I'm telling you that there's a large amount of religious houses that the men of God will not tell you, they won't tell you the truth. All right. So the red flags are there. He doesn't want to marry you. You've met somebody else in his apartment. He's not willing to, he has acknowledged that person as his girlfriend. The man said he's 40 years old, and he cannot get married to you for the next 20 years. I think you're a bit infatuated. Probably maybe you don't have too many people who are interested in you. Struggle,
True.
put yourself back out there, go out on dates with people, forget about this person, don't waste your time. Let's just move on to the next one. There's no
The
we're not
next
this
email.
we're not going to this is not going to be open for debate at all. I guess it's
Okay,
pretty
next
much
email. Good evening. My name is Bisola. Sorry.
okay.
I'm a graduate of Unilag and currently working with a good firm. Permit me to toot my horn, but I'm quite understanding intellectually, personality, and I'm quite empathetic. Although I have average looks, I have put a lot of admirers, both men and women, in my 23 years on surface earth. But I have a current issue.
Okay, so I shortened the email because it couldn't fit in. Okay, let me just read up the rest.
Okay.
Okay, so Bisola says that she's 23 years old, she has a lot of admirers, and there's a guy she loves, his name is Afam. Where's
Mm,
Afam? Afam, that should be
probably from Akwa
Akwa Ibom
Ibom
or Cross
or
River, so
Cross River,
yes.
something like that.
He's what my heart wants without a doubt, but he has a girlfriend. Okay, this is also the same situation again. He's what my heart wants, but he has a girlfriend in the United States, and distance has strained their relationship. I know he genuinely still cares for her, but he also shows me immense amount of care and love too. I want him and his girlfriend to work things out, but he gets cranky when I mention that to him. He also hasn't broken up with her yet, but he professes and shows how much he cares. He gets jealous when I get advances, and I do get them a lot. The one that's about to break the camel's back is the attention I got from a close friend of his. So she's asking, am I wasting my time?
Can I
I
go
think this is
first?
I think this is similar
She's
to
wasting her time, sha. No, this one at least he told that he was genuine with her and told her that he has a girlfriend. Like, I think I've said this thing here before and I'm going to say it again. My friend wasted her time 5 years with somebody that had a girlfriend outside the country and he did not still marry her. You see, when the girl got back to Nigeria, he left my friend and went to his we used to call her Euro babe. The Euro babe don't come back. He went back to the Euro babe and he got married to her. They got married recently. She's even in Nigeria currently now because they are doing another
which of
photo
them?
shoot.
Your friend
Yeah.
or the guy?
The guy's girlfriend, the Euro
Okay.
babe, as we would call her.
Okay.
And when my friend even saw it, she was crying and saying raining curses on him. It will not be better for him. It will be this, but you knew.
I think this is a version
So I feel like
of
you are wasting your time.
yeah, I think this is a version of this particular story is a version of two other ones that we've had before. Okay. Long distance relationship, these are my own thoughts. And I know people will disagree with this, but in the past, people didn't long distance relationships could not they couldn't really survive in the past
But this
because
one survived now. This
the
look according to the story I'm saying because
okay,
now he's saying that like you said now long distance relationship does not like survive and all this thing, but this particular person now he still likes the girl that is in the US. That's what according to what she wrote. He
okay,
likes the person that is in the US, but he's still giving her the attention that she needs. He's giving her everything. And in my own friend's case, now that's how the case was. He had a girlfriend outside the country, but he made my friend like the priority in Nigeria because obviously he was not seeing that girl. Like you
okay,
said, sometimes everybody they are cheating and the rest. To him now he was I don't know, but maybe I don't know, but maybe it's like overtaking is allowed for my friend in her head. Maybe overtaking, she will overtake and all those things, but it was not like that because I feel like the guy. I don't know if he had already promised that girl marriage and all those things. So I don't know. Like somebody said, maybe they swear oaths and all those things, but he still went back to her. That is the thing.
okay,
And he had been with my friend for 5 good years. They had been together. She was not even like in any other relationship and all. So that's the thing, Sha.
Okay, so what you are saying is, but this is quite similar to
No, this Canadian owner,
this is quite similar to the fourth story we had now, because the very
yes.
very fourth story, the person. So you are saying
This
that
one is not giving her attention now. This one, he made her like like he likes her. According to what she said even if people are like admiring her or telling her how she looks good, he gets jealous. He's very.
okay,
Do you understand? So he's already giving her hope that okay, I like you, I want you, and I only want you. I don't want to share you with any other person. But at the same time, he still has somebody that he's dating outside the
outside the
country.
country.
And you know why this is different? Because this is a guy. He's the one in Nigeria now. So maybe if the girl comes, guys, I don't know, but they can just easily change their mind. And immediately, if girl says, "I'm coming to Nigeria now," you just dump this other girl.
Okay, so
It's
so
easier
a
for
couple of
them.
things, a couple of things. These are well, let me just. I think there are a couple of differences so that we don't sound hypocritical. There are a couple of differences. In the previous story that we narrated about the Timnayan girl, she was the one in Nigeria. The boyfriend was the one
In
in
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
In this particular story, the lady is dating a guy whose girlfriend is abroad.
Yes.
Okay, so I would say this. Okay, so that shows some of the differences you have between men and women, really. Because
Exactly.
people may not want to accept this, okay? Um, but when it comes to deciding who gets married, um, men tend to have a lot more power than women because it's the man who proposes. When deciding on who gets to have sex or who gets to become a father, it's in the hands of the woman. Okay, so in this particular story, the lady is dating a guy whose girlfriend is abroad. Okay, and then she thinks that the girlfriend will. It's two ways. Okay, it's two ways. I think this is a very very hard one for me. It's
Exactly.
tricky. You know what? Let's ask a couple of people for their thoughts. Let's ask for their thoughts. I would. Maybe we can't. Maybe unmute your mic if you want. If you want to join the chat, unmute your mic. Let's have your
Okay.
thoughts. On this.
I said
Yeah.
this thing reeks of selfishness.
In what aspect?
Selfishness from the guy. You are
Okay.
in Nigeria, but somebody is in Nigeria with you.
Yeah.
And then you have somebody outside the country. The one in Nigeria, you are shielding her, you are showing her love, care, everything, making her comfortable, despite the fact that she knows that there's somebody there. But you're making her feel that that person doesn't matter. It's you I see, it's you I want. And then she has built her hopes around you. Like, this is my final bus stop. So when somebody else is seeing her, she doesn't want to even see the person. And all of a sudden, you are getting married to your abroad girlfriend. This is selfishness. And not only that you kept her waiting for years, you are also selfish to the other one there because emotionally you've been waging yourself here. And again, you know that you marrying that one, they will give you an upper hand or assistance to get a green card, and then you move. It's selfishness. It's again on the lady's part in Nigeria. It is it is sorry to say stupidity. Because for me, I won't see a guy who I know that has a girlfriend outside this country and tells me, "Don't worry, I am not seeing her." Oga, please, you are seeing her. Even if you are not seeing her physically, you are seeing her on FaceTime. You are seeing her in dollars. You are seeing her either in pounds or euro. Oga, please, you are seeing her. Let me see the other guys in Nigeria and let me see Naira. Move with that one. Because let me tell you, see, once a guy is determined to keep a long distance relationship with a lady who is outside this country, it's either it's either it's the girl abroad that says no to the relationship, or the family of the girl that says no. Not even the boy's mother can put an end to that relationship.
So what you're saying in essence is that in this particular case, the guy is maintaining the relationship with the girl abroad for either financial or
For selfish reasons, for financial aid, and also for an added advantage to leave the country. Simple. There is
all right.
no two ways about it.
So this is it. So let's just bring this. So for this, the summary of this is that if you're the one who sent this email in, the consensus is you are wasting your time with him. Okay, he has more incentive to keep the abroad relationship going than to keep the relationship going with you. If the lady has citizenship, for instance, or she gets residency or she gets stay and all that, it's his own benefit. Okay, so chances are that you are being played. Okay, so just move on. Yes, I guess that's the summary of that. We'll read the eighth one.
So I want to say something.
Really want to say something.
Okay,
Okay.
she said something. She said something about
Yeah.
the guy being selfish. Now I want to ask you something. What if the guy wasn't honest to the girl about the girlfriend thing?
See, even if the
But
guy wasn't honest, it is still being selfish. If the guy is honest
see,
and is not honest, it's still being selfish.
the
Because
whole
you,
thing is still
see, no way, let me ask you something now. You as a guy, if you know that the lady, I'm in a relationship with another guy, and I'm telling you, don't worry, it is you that I am seeing. Be sincere with yourself. Will you take me serious?
see, listen. Let me tell you something. The whole thing is still in the hands of the girl. You understand? It's still the
I'm in
girl
the house of the
that
girl.
has the right to be either be with him or not. At the initial stage, the guy said he has a girlfriend up there. So why will you, in your right senses, start considering that this on that? So I feel that
But
even an average
you
girl will
know,
not come and uh
but you know that he's, how will I put it now? He's shielding her away from other guys. He wants her for himself too, only for himself. Do you understand?
okay, he's shooting her from other guys, but the girl is saying that she loves him or
And
something. That
she
that
don't
That
love
is
her.
selfishness.
maybe there is
It's
something
being
that the girl is
selfish.
enjoying. That's why the girl keep on saying
What
that
is he
she loves
enjoying?
him.
The guy is just being selfish. See, I see that guy as a manipulator. There's nothing more. He's manipulative. And again, for her to be a very young lady, he knows how to manipulate her emotions, her
How do
thinking.
you know? How do you know that he manipulated my emotions? The story was not there now.
See, manipulating someone's emotions doesn't need you to be with that person for 1 year. When you listen to how the person talks, you know this person is not experienced. You manipulate the person with your words. Women are actually attracted to what they hear. Baby,
Yeah.
don't worry. I love you. It's you I want. You are showing her attention, giving her what she wants, and then you are shielding her from other men. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Okay, okay.
Miracle, what do you
If
have to say?
okay, if at the no, okay, if at the initial stage the guy can tell the girl that he has a girlfriend, then why would the girl not go ahead with it? Why can't she just cut it from the initial stage than creating some kind of creating feelings ahead of that? So why would the guy? Why would he come on, be honest with the girl, and later you still have to you have to continue with it? Why can't you just as a girl just okay stop it out? I cannot go ahead oh, since I know that you have a girlfriend up there, because it is still in the hands of the girl. If as a guy, if me as a guy, I'm coming to you, I'm telling you that I have a babe, oh, but maybe still wrong things, and you as a girl, you're agreeing to that, and you're coming back to me, tell me that. Why did you agree to it initially? If not, yes, now because you never agreed to it, and you're not coming to me, I am. You understand? And
You as a guy,
already, I'm being
you will
honest.
not even open your mouth to tell me that you have a babe, and then you tell me we will continue to the wrong things.
No,
As a
no.
husband, you go just
What I'm
open
saying is
your
that
mouth.
the girl agreed now. See, she agreed. You understand? She
Let's
agreed because
hear what
if
Miracle has
if the
to
girl
say.
did not agree,
Miracle, what
if
do you
the girl
have
For
to
did not
say?
agree,
me,
see
I
the girl
think
because
I
the girl
want to
see
say this guy is actually playing game. The thing is, if it does not work for this one, it will work for this one. That's what the guy is
Yeah,
trying to do.
He's playing a game.
Exactly.
He's very
The thing is,
selfish.
He's not playing. See,
if if
let me say
by
something.
chance the girl abroad comes into the picture and says, "Okay, let us move on," and is going to actually leave the Nigerian lady alone. And
There
if
is
by chance
something.
the lady abroad settles him or give him one big amount of money that he can easily just move on, he will definitely stay with the Nigerian person that is
See,
actually paying. So the
Mr.
guy is
Host,
actually just trying to play a game. He's using the Nigerian girl
All
to
right,
pass
cool.
time.
So,
That's it.
Mr.
um,
There
Host,
is
this
something the
same
girl
thing.
is enjoying
See, Mr.
for her
Host,
to
this
give.
same thing now that this same story that we read now is this situation that I have my friend in the UK right now. It's she and the guy, they are in the
Okay.
UK, in the UK, and the guy has a girlfriend in the US,
And you agree. And you
and
can come.
both of them are in the UK. Now, the girl's family is in the US, the guy's family is in the US, his mom, dad in the US, but the guy is in the UK. Now, she got to find out about the guy didn't tell her. She got to find out through a text message that entered the guy's phone, and then she was holding the phone when the message came in. So she saw the name. The guy saved the name as Mine Alone. So she saw the name and the number. Then she gave the phone to the guy. So out of guilty conscience now, the guy now told her that well, I have something to tell you. I have a girlfriend in the US, and we've been dating for some years now, and I truly love you, but I don't know what to do. And she was like, okay, so if I didn't see this message coming with this name, you will not have told me this. Truly. And then he said that actually she was the reason why he wanted to go to the US last year, but he was denied the visa.
this
Yeah.
okay.
So he now came to the UK, and now he met her in the UK and started a relationship, but keeps contact with the lady. Now the lady in the US goes to his family house. So it's like it's just like they are betrothed, but they are not yet married. And my friend told me and the other girls, we just told her to take a walk, which she did. She has taken a walk. But do you know something? The guy hasn't left her DM. Every day, baby, I'm sorry. Every day he comes to her house with gifts. He was coming back from work. He drives straight to her house. He drops gifts. He drops this one, dinner, that trying to please her. And I told her something. I said, this guy was just playing a two-way game. If the one in the US doesn't work, he falls back to you here in the UK. If he's denied the visa the second time to go to the US, then he falls back to you here. And mind you, the one in the US is already a citizen, and he is just in the UK here. So I just told her to take her mind off it. And the guy told her that, oh yes, truly, actually she's the one that I was going to the US to meet. But because of what happened, I came to the UK. Now, are you ready to leave her? He said he's confused. You are confused, but you want the one in the UK, you want the one in the US. So you can't be confused. This guy now is playing a two-way game. If the one in the US doesn't work, the one in Nigeria works. So this is just it.
Okay, so I will say this. I will say this so that we can go on to the next one. It be said something, and let me to summarize it properly. When people like you, right? When people truly love you, you will know. Okay, you will know when people truly love you. When people don't love you, you will be confused. All right. And in this particular case, this person obviously does not love you. There will always be somebody there. There will always be somebody behind the scenes and all that. And this person, despite the fact that this person is far away from him, that person still has a hold on his life. So that means if that person comes back into the picture, it's going to be extremely easy to dislodge you. Okay, so just keep that at the back of your mind. All right. Well, you're still 23 years old, so you probably still have time to learn the hard way. Okay, but we will just tell you, don't waste your time, just move on. All right. We have two more emails we want to respond to, and then we'll give you a couple of announcements about the show. So
Okay.
the
Say I find myself grappling with,
what's the eighth story
yes,
is
should I leave my fiance for high paying job?
okay. So that's the eighth story.
Yeah.
Should I leave fiance for high paying job?
Okay, let me just start. I'm a 25-year-old pharmacist with ambitious dreams of climbing the corporate ladder in my career. Recently, an exciting job opportunity has presented itself in a different city, one that not only promises career advancement but also comes with a substantial increase in salary. However, here is where things get complicated. I've been in a deeply loving and committed relationship for 3 years with my fiance, who also has his own career and commitment firmly rooted in our current city. We have built a life together, shared dreams, and supported each other through thick and thin. The thought of leaving him behind breaks my heart. Yet the allure of professional growth and financial stability pulls me in the opposite direction. I'm torn between my aspirations for career success and my to my fiancé. On one hand, I fear that passing up this opportunity could lead to regret and resentment down the line, or as I may never have another chance like this again. On the other hand, I can't bear the thoughts of uprooting our lives and potentially jeopardizing the strong bond we have cultivated over the years. I feel as though I'm standing at a crossroad with no clear path ahead. How do I navigate this delicate balance between my career ambitions and personal commitment? Any insights or advice you could offer would be immensely appreciated.
All right. So that's where we are now. She has obviously from the way this was written, this is a woman.
Yes,
Okay, so this
yes.
is a lady from way. So 25-year-old
Yeah, this was
pharmacist has a job opportunity in a different state, in a different city. And then the problem that she has now is she's dating somebody else with a job somewhere else.
and she doesn't want
She doesn't
to
want,
she doesn't know how to balance it rather. She doesn't
okay,
know how to like, okay, should she go for the job or should she stay with her man?
all right. So that's where we are now. Should she go for the job? So your thoughts. Let me just ask your own thoughts on it before we bring everybody in. Femi has joined. Femi wants to join on this one. Um, Femi, we see you. We'll bring you back on. Just stay on the conversation. Um, let's have us thoughts. Okay.
No, I thought I don't know yet because ah this this is I don't know, but this career thing, I'm big on it because I want to move forward in life. I want to be like I want to for me personally, I'm speaking from like a personal point of view. I want to move forward. I want to like gain more in my career path. So basically, I don't know. It's very confusing actually. I think I'm still in our shoes too because if my partner would say, okay, don't go, or I want to reason and say, okay, should I stay or should I go? It would be a very difficult thing for me to do because I would want to like pursue my path in career. But at the same time, what if I go to that other state and I get the job or something and I don't find anybody else, or he just leaves me and it ends there and I don't find anybody else. So it's going to be difficult for me, Sha. So I don't even it's a very difficult
It's a difficult.
situation. Very difficult
So
situation. I don't even know what to do. So I think I'm with her on this. I'm waiting for everybody's
you're waiting
advice.
for everybody's advice.
Yeah.
Okay. So a couple of things that I would want to say before. All right. If you're going to give advice on this, please remember this particular person is a woman. Okay, she's a lady, 25 years old, and she's a pharmacist. All right. I understand where she is. For those of you who have watched up to this particular point, I'm a physician. I'm a doctor. And we kind of like we have a kind of like love work relationship with pharmacists, nurses, and physiotherapists. And people will tell you that, particularly when it comes to some healthcare professions, like pharmacy that involves distribution, most people want to live in the cities. Most people live in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. But there's a lot of distribution moving in like rural areas. So it's not unusual for pharmacists and pharmaceutical reps to get high paying jobs on the outskirts of nowhere. I know somebody who got double his pay, double the pay he was earning in Lagos. He got it for a job that required him to like head the like a distribution team in was it Plateau State or so. The job came with a brand new car, came with an apartment. Okay, but he was a guy, all right. So in that case, but it's a difficult thing for it's a very, very difficult thing for a very difficult decision for women to make. Okay, so I have a couple of pointers, and I think anybody who's going to give advice for this show, I think you should stress the role of money. I think you stress the role of career fulfillment, and I also think you should stress the ease at replacing um, at replacing a responsible man. Okay, so I think those are the three things. Because if you listen to our message, the message to go back to the message, this is what the message says. The first thing is that she has an exciting job opportunity in a different city. So the job opportunity is exciting and there's a substantial increase in salary, probably double what she was earning before. The second is the guy is a loving and committed person. So what are the odds of finding a loving and committed person in another city? Okay. And then the third thing is she's female, she's 25-year-old, she's ambitious, she wants to climb the corporate ladder.
Exactly.
So those are three things. So if you're going to give her counsel, and these are true stories. I have an idea of exactly who sent this in. I have an idea of who sent this in. I am almost certain that the person who sent this in is not a pharmacist. I have an idea of who sent this in. Person just use the word farm, but I have an idea. Okay, so if you're going to give counsel, please give counsel on the basis of these three things: exciting job opportunities, substantial pay, and the ease of finding a committed, loving replacement to the person she's currently with. Okay, so Femi, you've had to relocate for career opportunity. And I think it will be too. You've made career decisions that's taking you out of where you reside. Okay, so while we wait for Femi to come back on, again as previously before, we'll allow Ibu to wrap up on this story. Listen to what listen to what Gabriel has to say and what Miracle has to say. Then Femi, if you can come back on, we'll hear your thoughts and we'll wrap up with Ibu. And after this, we'll just have one more email to treat and then a couple of big announcements. Yeah. So
Okay, so the the context of this email is based on sacrifice. You understand? And I feel that if you are in a committed relationship, you have to make sacrifices. Now, irrespective of your career, like you said you guys have built a life together, supported each other, and shared dreams. So if you can build a life together with someone and you guys have supported each other through thick and thin, even not being together, I feel that man that told you that you should come there, it means he has something more for you. Because I feel that it's more reasonable to think that you are leaving this opportunity for another opportunity. So you okay, if the person is a pharmacist now, and you know that you have to go to another city to establish yourself. Because I feel that this now goes down to the man that that cares about you. I feel that okay, maybe you've left one opportunity for another. Because of that, I want to establish you in that area. So it still boils down to sacrifice here, because you cannot say you are in a committed, like you said, committed relationship, and you want to see life through, and you are not taking sacrifice. Because either you like it or not, you still take sacrifices. You still do one or two things that will cost you. You understand? So as long as your partner understands that okay, oh, doing this doing this would be for a betterment or be for a very good reason. So the only point here is that if you're able to take that sacrifice, I feel that she's good to go as long as they've built a life together, two thick and thin and support each other. So I don't know what other thing that she would want. Thank
Miracle.
you.
Okay, the first question I want to ask this person is your partner against your decision of like going abroad to make
It's not.
this
I
job of
don't. It's
yours?
not going abroad. I think it's going to different city. It's not going abroad. Oh.
Different city,
City. Yes. It's a
whatever.
different
As far as
city.
your partner is not against it, it's just your thoughts that maybe it might not work out. But with communication and every other thing, it can still work out. There's no barrier in it. You just have to, since you said the person has always supported you and all that stuff, so it can still work out. You are not you don't need to, you can still be in that job and still be with your partner. It's not something about 50-50 or stuff. The thing is, you just have to improve in your communication and everything will work out well. So you
All right, Femi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
Femi.
sorry.
be
Yes, sir.
with your partner and
I for one believe that communication is key. Like what the other lady had said, it's really important to talk about these things because first of all, we all like I don't know me personally, if I have a higher paying job that takes me away from this city or even this country as it is, and if I have that opportunity, of course I'm taking it, even if I'm married. But then again, it boils down to communication, like how we are discussing about like movement, who is relocating with who, then we would have to like talk about like seeing each other, like if there's kids involved, if there's anything involved, and in our case, like they are still just together. If they claim to really love each other, I don't think it's supposed to be a big thing not to have that how would I put it, not to have that little shift or little conversation. It's not supposed to be that. It's not supposed to be like a rocket science. It's supposed to be, oh, we like this opportunity has come up, and I think it's best I take it or not. Then what do you think about it? Everything should be up for communication. And at best, I feel like they are going to like come to like a concluding middle ground and meet at the middle, and also move on from that. That's the best, and that's my own approach.
Okay. Ebube. Okay. Ebube is not. She. I think she's off camera right now. Okay. So we'll just. These are my own thoughts on this. I know of people. I know of people who are married. Couples that are married that live in different cities. Okay. And some of them have stayed in different cities for years. Probably they see themselves on weekends. Okay. I've seen that. We've seen that happen. For example, most people whose husbands or wives are in the Nigerian military, it's very oftentimes they don't live in the same city. Okay, oftentimes it's not unusual for you to have the family in Lagos and the husband is on the front in the military base or so. So there are communication tools. I think you probably would have to have that conversation, and I think you probably would want to. Um, I think it's something that can be worked around. Okay, I think it's something that can work around. I would probably say that if you're not yet married to the person, you guys are just dating, you can take up the new job and report there, work there for like a month, 2 months. If the pay is substantial enough that can afford you the chance to probably come into where your fiance is while you plan the wedding. And as soon as you are planning a wedding down the line, while you are planning the wedding, then you can while you're planning a wedding, then you can make the decision of where you are going to start and raise your family. Okay. But these things have to be worked out. Most people will tell you, most married people will tell you that the very, very first 4 5 years of their marriage, there's usually a lot of debate and deliberation about where would you settle down, where would you call home. Okay. But in this particular, and we're speaking practically because we live in an economy right now that lots of people want better paying jobs. And so if you find a better paying job, I think it's something that you should explore. Okay, but it's a conversation you'll have to have together. This is not, I don't think this is much of a big issue. It's more, you're dealing with a logistics issue. Okay, and so let's make it practical. Let's assume the job is in Abuja. and your boyfriend is in Lagos, your fiance is in Lagos, you may have to, if you've been dating for 3 years and both of you are in the space in which you are both financially stable, then what are you guys waiting for eventually? At some particular point, you probably want to like tie the knot. If you get a better paying job, your boyfriend is, your fiance is getting, also is working well, then you guys can get married. And so the question now is, how do you navigate the back and forth between Lagos and Abuja? And some people fly in once a month, all right, while they plan the wedding. And then the husband probably might want to find a better paying job in Abuja. Or you probably might want to do the job for like 6 months and use it as like a step up the ladder to move into another career back in Lagos. But it's so these are logistics things that can work that can be worked out. Okay. I would not advise you to throw away a loving relationship with a very, very supporting person just because you guys live in different cities. Particularly if you are another student, you're not incapacitated by funds to move around. So those are my thoughts. I guess those are my thoughts. So we just have one more email to walk through, and then on to our big announcement. So can we just get into that?
Okay. The last for today.
The last email for today, yes.
Okay. There's
And
so many emails, but
there's so many emails, but we're able to pull out like 9 of them.
yeah.
So this is the last email for today.
Okay. Hi, I'm Bisola. Abisola. I met this guy. He's older. Something I've always wanted, but he stays in his family house at 29, and he earns 40,000 naira salary from a teaching job.
Did you say 40,000 or 40K?
40K now. I
Because just
just
for
wanted
40K,
to
that
know.
40K will be 40K USD. You have to
Is in
qualify.
Nigeria. He
Is the guy
has
in Nigeria? How do you know he's in
yes.
Nigeria?
Because the way she said this teaching job thing and the way
Okay.
for her to come and complain here is he has 7 siblings and some are about to gain admission. His dad is late and his mom is old, and he is the second born but first son. He wants me, but I don't know what to do. He said he'll get an apartment soon and that he will try to get a better paying job. He studied elect in school, and we know how difficult it is landing a job in that field in Nigeria nowadays. I'm 27 and I need to get married before I get to 30 at least. Please, what should I do? This is from Abisola.
This one, Abdulsalam. So
Yeah.
Abdulsalam is dating a 29-year-old guy who is a teacher, earning 40 grand from a teaching job. Is the first son, second child,
Uh-huh.
first child,
First boy, second,
second child, first son. Okay.
yes.
He's the second child and first son with 7 siblings.
Yeah. It's
Living in a
29.
family house, 29 years old. She has a 3 year window to get married. So she's confused because
And I feel like, what she's writing here, I feel like this is like the first older person like she's
this is
meeting,
the first
older
person
than
that's
her,
older
because
than
I
her.
feel like the remaining people the past people that have been meeting her were younger.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't do young guys.
Do I go gangster on this scenario, or do I allow people to talk? I have my thoughts, and you may not like my thoughts. A lot of you, I'm sure by the time I state my thoughts, a lot of people will come for me. A lot of people will come for me. I am certain about
Please
that.
let's hear the thoughts.
Okay, so but let's allow people to go first. Let's allow people to go first. Miracle, are you going to date? Are you going to date this dude? 40,000 naira teaching job, second child, first son, seven
Okay, no
siblings.
problem.
Eh?
But he said he will
Well,
do better now. I think
Your thoughts? Love can conquer all.
my own I don't know about that, but um you need the thing is if he's capable of taking care of you, and if he feels like he can actually take care of his family and actually take care of you at the same time, he's not having any problem with it, then I believe yes, he's capable
He has
to,
told you it's 40,000
he
naira
might not
now.
really have that much money, but at least he can take care of you, he can take care of his family,
it's
regardless of the money he's having.
40K.
I mean, he might have management skill. He might be good at saving up and doing all those kind of things. That was saved.
What management
They,
skill does this guy want to have that would help him to manage 40 grand? Let me put in perspective to you, okay? And this is for people who live in Lagos, because I don't know, for people who live in Lagos, Nigeria, a paint container of if you haven't heard, a paint container of beans is selling for 7,000 naira. That's market. I'm giving you market statistics as of yesterday. 7,000 naira a paint container. Okay, so this guy basically with his 40 grand paycheck is probably going to buy like five paint containers and then one paint of Gary. So he may have to trek to work or something like that. I'm not mocking the situation. We're just telling you the reality.
that's why we say we want to hear your thoughts. Let's hear it and see what you yeah.
Gabriel, your thoughts?
See, thing is that there's nothing wrong in going with a man. You understand? I feel that's what most people used to run away from it because of a man is 29 and is earning 40K. It doesn't really matter. That's if you want to go with him. You
Yeah.
understand? And take a look at the ladies' end too. What are you doing? What are you doing for yourself? Are you earning? Because I feel that if you and the man talk about it and you are also financially capable, you can actually grow with him. So do you now what I don't understand in the girl's point of view is that what are you really bothered about? Is it the 40K? Is it that he's staying in the family's house? Or what actually? Because I feel that if
Let
it
me
is the
let me
money,
tell you, let me tell you. Since you don't understand, let me tell you what is bothered about. All right, the
is it
guy, let me
the getting married late?
29-year-old, 40K teaching job, second child, first son, seven siblings, family house, and his brothers, his siblings are awaiting admission. So she has summarized the situation, and all that is going to come out of that 40,000 naira a month. All right. Let's not sugarcoat this so that we'll just because I mean so we can make our big announcement and then prepare for next week's show. Um, do not deceive yourself. Okay. Do not deceive yourself. This is not a Hollywood or Nollywood movie. Okay. Don't deceive yourself. It's mostly in Hollywood movies that the prince marries that Cinderella or whatever. And even in most movies, it's usually a poor girl that marries a rich guy. Very rarely do you hear stories of movies in which the princess's the king's daughter ends up with a poor guy.
Everyone.
Very, very rarely. I'm not saying it does not happen.
I said the
Okay,
guy in NYSC.
do you
Please.
understand? Um, it's painful, all right. And I will talk. I will say this. I'll talk to this about young men. When I was a single guy, and when I was very, very much before I started working. Okay, I would go out. I still remember one particular experience in which I went to check someone at home, and then the father came and caught me in the house on the Monday morning or so. And then father sat me down, and this was what he told me. Say, young man, all right. He quizzed me about my where I was in life at that time, and I told him where I was. And just a young man, just get your finances in order. I know you're a good guy. I know you're irresponsible. Just get your. You can't handle the responsibility that is ahead of you. That man, I didn't know that man was helping me. You get me?
Yes.
The responsibilities that, and I will tell you this for every single, and you have to just talk to people who are married, who have children. Okay, almost every single person, and this is not just for Nigeria alone, generally around the world, almost everywhere around the world, people who are married there are struggling because from a financial standpoint, things are getting much more expensive. Right? Things that used to cost about 1,500 now cost about 6,000, four times the amount. Okay. There's one thing that is guaranteed, right? And it's inflation. Things will get more expensive. That is guaranteed. Your increase in income is not guaranteed. So if you are with a particular man and he does not earn enough, and you cannot see a pathway for him, you can't help him with a pathway. You can't help him get a better job. Not that you are telling him to go and find a better job. You, all right, talk to people who help him get a better job. If you are not in that position, then just leave the young man alone. Okay, don't bother, don't waste the young man's time. The barriers that he has ahead of him, let him sort out those barriers and don't waste your time. And this is coming from a man. Because most times when men love you, when they care about you, they will tell you that just try to be patient, try to stay with me. Um, what are those other things I would tell people? Don't worry, things will get better in future. We can take care of you and all that. We'll walk through this. It's easier said than done. Okay. The only condition under which you probably, I would say that you should have faith with this person. The only condition I would say that is if you far out earn him and you're ready to support him, or the guy has a farm, and on that farm he can grow food to feed you and the children. Okay, if he doesn't have any of those two, it's going to be extremely difficult. He has to find better pay. Okay, he just has to. Um, it's a painful thing to say, and I know most men who watch this probably would feel a bit. You can feel downcast that, right? But there's a particular basic income that you have to earn to function in any society, and 40 grand limits the options that are available to people, unless you are in a city where you have a farm, and then you as the wife are willing to support. So those are the caveats. So if you are willing to support, probably you're out earning and you are willing to support him with your income, then all fine and good. But if not for that, just leave the young man alone to put his house in order. Okay? So particularly because you have a time frame, you want to get married within the next 3 years. So I guess that's the very, very last stuff we have. So I want to thank every single person who sent this for every single person that sent this in. We want to thank you guys for coming. Okay? For everybody that sent this in, for everybody who joined the chat. Okay, so to do a quick recap, just a quick recap for the show, and then so very very first story. Um, First story was relationship between two people who had Anambra State and Imo
Anambra and
State,
English, yeah.
and general consensus. Our submission on this, our conclusion on this particular one was what?
She should try and convince her parents, talk to her parents and all.
So
To,
yes, so the
yeah.
very very first story. If you are this person, Anambra Imo, what we said is that talk to the person. Two of you have a conversation. Talk to
Mhm.
your parents, and then both of you get your parents to agree. For the second one, our conclusion was it's dicey. If you tell him there's a chance you may lose him, okay? If you don't tell him there's a chance that if he finds out he's going to be angry. Okay, so suggestion is this. You can tell him that you probably have a bit of history with the former guy. You not go into details,
Yeah.
and that you just want him to know. Probably you should go and tell the other guy that two of you are dating. And then depending on if he wants to move on or not. For the third story, single dad who does not want to offend his mom. The summary was this, that if you are dating the guy, if you are dating the woman and you marry the woman, it's your decision. You're the one who's going to live with her, not your mom.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's that. The fourth story, Timlane dating a guy who is
Canadian.
Canadian and is like, she should wait for Canadian boo. The summary of that is move on with your
Move
life.
on with your life, and if you love the Nigerian
And you
guy
love Nigerian guy,
genuinely,
but tell them you also have to ensure that you do not ruin things for the Nigerian guy because
exactly.
it may ruin your relationships. For the fifth email that we got, um, the fifth email was, should you call off the wedding? And our summary to that was this. If you're dating somebody, you cannot ignore red flags. Particularly, some problems cannot be solved. If you are willing to stay with somebody who continues to do runs, hook up while you're in the marriage, then you can go ahead. But if you're not comfortable with that, have a honest conversation and ignore your costs. Okay? The sixth story is the guy's telling her that he's not ready for a marriage.
Yeah.
There are red flags. You are ignoring them. Just move on
She's listening
from.
to our pastor.
You're listening to your pastor.
Yeah.
Your pastor does not have the information you have available to you. So just move on. Okay. The seventh story
It's Bisola,
is Bisola that is saying that our US boyfriend. As our summary on that again also is what? Just move on from the
move
guy.
on,
You are wasting your
exactly.
time. We're telling you that you are wasting your time with that guy. Okay. So the eighth story, simply, just because you have logistics issue. And then the final one, which we dealt with, is this person worth dating? Our assessment is that what? Leave the young man alone. Let him put his money in order. But if you want to go ahead with the relationship, realize that you are going to have to support him. You are going to have to provide, and you guys might probably need a farm to grow the food that you eat. Because with 40K salary in the city, it may be a bit difficult for you to buy food from that. Okay, so those are our essential points. So we've made it to the end of the show. It's great for everybody who has been on the show before. It's great to have you guys who stayed on. Miracle, Michael, Gabriel, Ibube, Femi, Olanrewaju, and everybody that joined the show. Thank you very, very
Comfort.
much. We have a particular 5K cash and 20 gigabyte data given for grabs. And so want you, if you have suggestions as to who you think has been most engaging, please leave in the comments. Just put the name of the person in the comment section. Okay. So who should get our prize for this week? 5K, 20 gig data. Who should get our prize? Just quickly put it in the comment section. You have like 1 minute to do that. Okay. If you want to vote for yourself, for those people who have been commenting, engaging, because some people didn't come on camera, but we'll see lots of names of people who have been engaging constantly in the chat section. Okay, so just leave a comment. Let us know exactly who should win our prize. Okay. All right. So we have a couple of announcements. This Saturday, we have a live recording in the studio this Saturday, and it's a debate. It's a style that we have not tried on before. So if you are in Lagos, Nigeria, and you want to be a part of the live debate this Saturday, go into if it's just very, very easy. If you go into the particulars, if for those of you who are watching this on the live stream, go into the description of the video, you see the lobby link, the WhatsApp lobby link. Click on the WhatsApp lobby link, join the WhatsApp group, and state that you want to be a part of the debate. So what are we debating?
Okay. I have drivers and Amberes, NURTW
Okay, so we are
official.
bringing drivers and NURTW officials,
Yeah.
admirals, into the studio to see if they can see eye
Eye
to
to
eye.
eye, yeah.
All right, so we'll be bringing. No, it's going to be like it's going to be explosive. All right, so
And
if
okay, second one.
okay, and then the second one,
Yeah,
yes.
we also have universities versus polytechnics. So it's university students slash graduates versus polytechnic students and graduates. So there's a lot of controversial arguments about people that went to the polytechnic and people that went to university. So on Saturday we're going to have them live here in the studio, and they are going to like argue about it and talk about it and tell us why which one of them is better actually. So yeah.
All right, so that's what we're going to be. That's an announcement. So if you graduate from the university or the polytechnic, and you've been working for a while or been trying to get a job and you've noticed either difficulties with getting jobs and all that, just so again we say just go into the comment section, go into the description of this video and click on the WhatsApp link. It will take you to a group. When you join that group, just state you want to be a part of the debate so that um
A seat.
you can get a
Yeah,
seat.
because we're numbering the seat now. I
Okay.
think that's what we're
So
doing.
what do we do about today's engaging guest? Who was the most engaging person in your own opinion? from the comments and then from the live chat.
Okay. From the comments. The comments was wild today. I think a lot of people.
Do we have a drum roll for this announcement? Drum roll.
I don't know.
Don't have drum roll. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, that is drum roll. Okay. So who was the most engaging person in the video?
In the video. It's a tie between Braille and Miracle actually. Then Ibube too, but Ibube is not here currently. But she was engaging and she had stories to back it up every time.
Okay. So between it would be Braille and Miracle. Who wins? Who wins? I think what we're going to do is we're going to give data. We're going to give data to the guys in video today, and then we'll give cash to the comment section. Okay.
Okay.
So even though Ebube is not here, so guys in the comment section, so we have three people. We have Gabriel, Miracle, and Ebube. All right, for data. So who should win the data for the 20 gig data? All right, in Ebube, Gabriel, and Miracle. Please quickly help us with the comments so that because we want to bring the show to a close. Comfort says she wants the cash prize. Phone Splash says she wants the cash prize. Who else wants the? Who else wants the? You can okay, so you can't vote for yourself. So if you can't vote for yourself, who will you vote for? I guess that's it. Let's help us with this. Miracle, Gabriel, go to the comment section and vote for yourself. If you want, who's going to get the data in you and whatever and it will be, so that we can quickly. And then the cash is going to go to somebody in the cash price. Okay, so let me leave it to you. So who in the comments? Who has been most engaged in the comments?
From the beginning.
Is it Comfort? I think Comfort should get the cash prize because Comfort came on camera. Okay. I think Comfort came on camera and then also she was engaging throughout. So Comfort, we have our winner of the 5K cash prize for this week, and that's a round of applause for. Let me put. We'll play that. With the data, Comfort. We should get the data. Comfort should get the card. But it's not here. Braille, Gabriel, we have not seen your comments. Miracle, we've not seen your comments. Somebody has voted for you already. You can't comment on. You're not watching YouTube. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to ask you this question now. Let's bring you guys in.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are finalists. We love having you guys on. You guys make the show lovely and all that. So who should we give the data to? He said he wants it for himself. Did you win our prize last week? You won our prize last week. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Miracle, did you win our prize last week?
The first week she won the money.
Okay, so
both of them they are winners of
okay, so both of them are winners of our cash.
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
so you did. Okay, so this
Yes,
one
I
we're going.
did.
You won last week. Was it data you got last week too?
No, cash. She won the first one.
Okay, so
then
all right,
won the second
so
one.
so make up your mind so that we can wrap up the show. Who should we give it to? Male, female? Okay, so I guess this is the point in which, since we can't arrive at a conclusion, we're going to pick heads or tail. Since the two of you are, so pick heads. This is heads. This is tail. So pick head and pick tail. And just turn a coin toss.
What?
Head or tail? Head or tail?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm the head of the family, so I'll pick head.
So automatically
Miracle, you treat it.
tail.
So I'm going to toss it. Wherever it lands.
This is head, Abby.
This is head,
Okay,
and this is tail. You're the one who's going to decide. Since they can't see, since the camera cannot capture it, so let me just pause. It landed on the side. Okay, let's try again with this. Ready?
Mm.
Okay, one more
Okay.
time. We're just trying to have fun. We're trying to have fun with it because head your tail.
Sorry, head of the family, this is not your day.
It's not your day. It's tail. So we have tail there. Sorry, head of the family. We lost at 20. So Miracle, you win at 20 gig data today. Before you leave, let's just do it this way. Before you leave, please give us your name because last time we had a long it took a while before. So just quickly give us your name and put a private chat us right now and quickly give us your name and your phone number so that we can arrange it at the end of the show. All right. So Chimsy Comfort as well. Please send in your name and your account number. Okay. I said Chimsy Comfort in the comment section. Front page saying that where are you located? Let's link up.
You're not ashamed of
They
yourself.
want to they want
For
to help you spend
5K.
your 5K that is yet to enter your hand. All right, so guys, it's been great having you guys. It's been a great time. We had a great time. Okay, so that's so congratulations to Chimsy Comfort for your 5K win. Congratulations to Miracle 20 gig data. Please quickly message us right now so you can make the arrangements before we leave the studio right now. You win some,
You
you
go
lose some.
share.
Gabriel, it's great always having you. See you next week if you have
Yeah.
time. So, what are we
Very good.
discussing next week? What exactly is our conversation next week?
Next week.
What is our conversation next week?
Let me check.
Okay, since we don't have that pulled up, don't worry, we'll share it along with you. As always, we have good things. So, if you want to be a part of the debates, please remember and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Send the link to our YouTube channel to your friends and family. For everybody who is watching, we need to grow the channel. Okay, we need more engagement and all that. We usually don't ask you for it. But if you've learned something for next week, bring your friends and family on. We particularly want people to bring people on who will have their stories, who will share their stories in video format. So bring people on and all that. So and then also thank you very much for everybody who was a part of this show. So start out with our um, official operations coordinator, head of operations, Mr. Peter Anolapo. Thank you very much for all you do, your efforts and all that, putting the team together. My co-host today, Osato Eboha. I hope I pronounce it properly.
No,
Okay,
but
so tell me.
it's fine. There's no need.
Okay, so Osato, thank you very much for being a part
Thank
of
you.
this live stream. So members of my team, Juliet, Ndidi, Chimwanya, Igwe, Jonathan Wow, Tolani Shitu, Adam Adegoke, and to everybody who was a part of the live stream. Um, Peter Anuluapo, Chimsi Comfort, Fun Splash, Femi Adegoke, um, Funlayo Ogundende,
Raphael.
Raphael, every single person who commented and contributed. Thank you very much. It's great having you guys on. It's still a very, very small channel. We're going to do bigger shows, bigger things, bigger events. So be on the lookout. We have a couple of collaborations that we have in the works. And just in case if you work with an organization and you're looking to find an organization to partner with, well, this is a great organization to partner with. Okay, so thank you very much for being a part of the show. And this is the point where we'll call it on end. So it's great having you guys on. So while the show comes to an end, we will need you to, for the winners of the prize, please private chat us right now so that I can get your prize gift immediately. I guess it's what we'll call it
Yeah.
today.
See you next week, Tuesday.
Next week. That was great. Really conversation.
Man, where they have episode about I feel like we have to have conversations. And
I'm what you frowning
when it gets to a point where I feel like
for.
it's was hitting them and everything. Like I was just everybody himself and everything. So yeah, he was
What's
hitting
eating
me.
you
He was
up? Or you got some baby mama
saying,
issues you're
like
dealing
basically like
with.
the more the story
But
goes,
let's
the
talk
more
about
ways I got
it.
disappointed and always thought that people
Your
want to change me.
2-year-old is
This week, I found cause to worry about young men. Most young men are single, most young women are not.